All right, it's Thursday night. Just want to say Merry Christmas to you guys because we will not be here next week. Taking the week off for the holidays. Just want to say Merry Christmas to you guys now. So this is our Christmas show. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, or whatever you celebrate. We love you guys. Thank you guys for being here. This is the BS Sessions, and with me always is my brother in crime, Mr. Big Sexy Jerry Supe.
The one and only, man. How are y'all doing? How are you doing, Mark? I shouldn't say how y'all doing without introducing the guest first. But,
Yeah, you suck. I'm kidding.
well, I mean, it's Mark and Travis. I mean, come on, they're a regular guest. Everybody knows that.
Mark and Travis.
Or Andy and Travis.
He called you Mark, dude.
Sorry, Andy. I didn't mean to insult you like that, dude.
I know. Fuck.
I called you Mark. It was a joke. It was like,
I get it.
Sure.
How you doing, Travis, Daddy?
Doing good, little daddy. Doing
all
right.
I must have missed it. What's up with the background?
Because I'm daddy. Because I'm a romancer.
Nothing wrong with that, man. Nothing wrong with that at all. Andy, man, what's up, dude?
Romancers don't have roses as background. I'm doing all right.
Cool.
Hey,
I'm doing all right, man.
Hey, just gotta say this was
good
Andy's
show last
idea.
night, dude. Good show last night, dude.
Yeah.
I watched some of it.
Oh, great! Thank you, guys. It was a good show. It was fun. It was good to have Bushy back.
I love Bushy.
I missed him. So
he's so full of shit in a lot of ways. I love the guy too, but
Bushy's always full of shit. Bushy's always full of shit. He doesn't like the Beatles. But you can't trust somebody who doesn't like the Beatles.
But he did fucking say great things about the Division Bell and the David Gilmour era. So
oh yeah. I knew that he liked the Division Bell a lot.
Yeah,
that's not 75.
Well, they were talking about Pink Floyd. Wish You Were Here.
Okay.
That went on and on. You know how we do it. You know,
I know.
We mention one thing, it goes on and on.
That's what we do here.
Right. Yeah.
anyway, Andy, this is your idea, man. What are you coming up with, man? What's the topic for tonight?
Today we're doing our top 11 TV spin-offs. You know, sometimes a good show comes out, we all fall in love with it, and the television executives say, hey, you know what? Let's do another show around this character because they're so popular. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it works out, and sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, and sometimes you get Three's a Crowd, the Ropers, and Joanie Loves Chachi.
Yeah. Sometimes you get really good shows that turn out to be just as classic as where they came from.
Or even worse, Aftermath. That was one of the worst ones ever.
Hey, a good one was Trapper John. I don't know if that'll be in your list.
But I know they offered Wayne Rogers that role, but he didn't want it. He wanted to retire.
You know what's funny? Out of all those, Joanie Loves Chachi is still the joke that keeps coming.
Yeah, it is.
Nobody talks about the Ropers or Three's a Crowd. It's always Joanie Loves Chachi.
Well, because nobody remembers them because they're.
I watched all three of them. In fact, the premiere of all of them.
And in fact, Tubi shows has the Ropers and Three's a Crowd is on there.
But you know what was cool about Joanie Loves Chachi? All the characters that went to that show were allowed to come back to Happy Days, except the Ropers weren't.
Oh, I would rather see a fucking Ralph Malph and Potsy spin-off than that, dude.
Yeah,
right.
And the thing is, when Al came back to Happy Days, Arnold, the other Arnold, was back, so we had two Arnolds.
Yeah, I remember that.
And the thing is that Norman Fell, Mr. Roper, did not want the spinoff.
No,
he said he did not want to leave Three's Company. He knew what a big hit it was, and he liked the way things were. And they told him, if it doesn't work out, you'll come back. And he knew that he wasn't.
Don Knotts became really popular in that role, Mr. Furley, man. So.
Yeah, and I don't know if I would have liked it because I like them both. But I'm a big Don Knotts fan.
Me too. But nothing compares to Norman Fell when he made a joke and looked straight at the camera.
He was one of the first ones to do that.
Yeah, he just laughed at the camera. He
goes,
joke. Yep. Ooh, little sissy, and he go.
Yep.
Yeah. But then also, who has a better panic attack than Mr. Furley? No,
Plus the suits he was wearing, the leisure suits. Oh my god!
It
was worse than Larry. I thought Larry dressed bad in that show. God, Mr. Furley took the cake on that one.
with a scarf and shit.
Yeah.
It was
Larry
great.
had the 70s hairy chest coming out.
Yeah.
All right, man. So that was
Get the BS going here, dude.
Yeah, so this is going to be fun. This is going to be a fun show after the BS.
Yeah, so let's get into I just want to say this show is brought to you by Tom Morello, who don't give a fuck he stopped listening to Rage Against the Machine. Just wanted to say that real quick. And I'm for him because these little worms out there fucking get all pissy because they don't believe in what he's saying. Fucking it's a band, it's a good band, listen to it. Fuck.
Yep.
I like his attitude. And then somebody said, well, if he didn't care, he wouldn't have said anything. Why? I don't care. People don't, they give me shit. And I said, well, don't watch. I don't care. You know.
And what's it matter if they don't listen to him now? He's already a millionaire.
I
Who
know,
cares?
he doesn't
Yeah,
care.
right?
But
He's already done everything.
I just had to get that in. But
Oh, definitely, he did.
Tesla's Frank Hannon said, we're not rich. We never became millionaires because they're asking him, how come they're not making a new album? And he said, well, COVID kind of fucked them up. It says they need to get into a studio and make an album, but it'll take away from them touring. That's their bread and butter to tour. So that's why they're only releasing singles when they can. Any thoughts on that, Jerry?
Well, I mean, that generation of bands, I'm not saying they're a hair band, but the hair band generation, record company, man, took all the fucking money from those guys back then when they made a hit album. Except for maybe like Bon Jovi, a couple bands like that. So I'm not surprised they're not millionaires. So it doesn't shock me at all. He's right. I mean, first of all, it costs a lot of money to make physical media nowadays. And if they're counting on just making streaming, for instance, you're not going to make any money that way either. So, I mean, yeah, they just don't make money. Bands don't make money anymore like Tesla. So,
and they'll sell 100,000 hard copies if they're lucky.
It doesn't surprise me at all. They don't have no money, man.
But the thing is with Tesla, their first album was a hit. And so they probably they probably comped their record company back very quickly. Unlike Kicks, what was it? Third album became a hit, and they had a comp for the first two albums. So I could understand Kicks, but Tesla, they have more money than they're talking about. You know, that's just me because they were a hit right off. Not like Guns N' Roses big, but they were big. Well, they sold 1 million copies.
They said they're not millionaires.
Yeah, they're not millionaires.
They could be 100,000aires, which is pretty fucking good.
And they could have been millionaires at one point.
Yeah. Maybe they just did a lot of drugs and alcohol too. You know, we know Tommy Skiitch did.
Tommy was pretty bad.
Tommy did it.
He did enough for the whole band, actually.
Yeah. You got any thoughts on that, Daddy? Oh, this is weird. I'm not going to call you Daddy. That's just gay.
I wouldn't either.
I knew I wanted to do it to fuck with you guys.
Change that fucking name, dude.
I wanted to fuck with you guys on that one. I'm keeping it, damn it. Anyways, for this show. Anyways, I want to say I'm glad they're not making a new album right now because that Shock album,
I was pretty bad.
Severely disappointed in that one. And the thing is, like, the song that was the last song on that Mechanical Resonance live album from, I think, around 2016, the last song on there was called Save That Goodness. And I thought that was a great song.
It was a great song.
It had to do with Phil Collins from Def Leppard. And I'm like, all right, I'm willing to give this new album a shot. And then I heard the title track and I was like, uh-oh, they finally made a bad album.
Yeah, but there's 5 good songs on there. There's 5 good songs on there.
But
out of 12.
Oh, I don't think there's any good songs on that album.
But Travis, just to ask, have you heard their singles that they've released since then?
No, I haven't.
Really, Time to Rock is really good. The singles are the Bullet song, really good shit, dude. Really good stuff, man.
They
did a version of SOS by Aerosmith, really good too.
Yeah, I'm gonna change my name so you guys can.
All right. So what do you think about that, Andy?
Well, it correlates back with, we were talking a lot about Billy Joel this week on the Messenger group. And the last album he made was River of Dreams. And Elton John kept calling him lazy. So why don't you make a new album? I keep making new albums. Remember when they were touring together?
Yeah.
And Elton John would just, do this, do that. And Billy Joel would say, why? there's no money making an album. I make money touring and playing the songs that people like and people love. Why am I going to make a new album? I'm just throwing money away. And that's true. There's no money in making new music anymore. There's just not. So,
Yeah.
it's a shame that that's where music is going to, but that's where it is. Thankfully, we have all this stuff that's, that we have here, because I know that there's a lot of good new bands, but they're very far in between. Dig the Star.
Yeah. It's the thing is, I like Cheap Trick. They go, we're musicians. We're gonna keep making album. We're gonna
Yeah.
keep touring. We're gonna keep making.
Yeah.
And Cheap Tricks make great. I love their last 4 albums, man. I love the last album. They make me happy, man. And the same thing with, even though he hates Crash the Crown, I like that album by Styx, and I love the Mission by Styx. The band that I was always pissed off that didn't make any new albums is REO Speedwagon. Maybe they shouldn't have, because that last album they made was fucking horrible.
It
But
was fucking horrendous, man.
the last REO Speedwagon album,
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
it was pretty bad.
It was horrendous. I can't
And
remember the name of it, but I remember I owned it at
shit.
one time.
I own it. It's still here somewhere in my.
Is that the one that had "Love Is a Rock" and all that shit?
Oh
on
no
there?
no no no! That is the Earth, the Man, a Dog, and his chicken.
Okay,
that album
that's
rules.
right.
That,
That
album
album blew
rules.
too. That album
Oh,
blew
Oh,
too.
I love that album. I love Liar.
By the
Love
way,
is all right.
I ain't changing my name because I can't find the thing to change it. So
You just
You're
click
so
Daddy, and I'll tell you. But
You go up to the right-hand corner where it says mute, hit those 3 dots.
hit the
All right.
3 dots. All right, but yeah, I like hearing new music. I like, especially if it's
I do
good,
too.
man. It's like
But
it's like I was kind of disappointed at Styx because the Mission, when I saw them, they played 2 songs off that, and it's like, come on, man, play some more songs off that album. Fucking rules. And there's other bands out there that make new music, like Maiden. They'll play 4 or 5 off the new album. And I like Senjutsu, even though a lot of you guys don't.
right.
And I like bands that go out there and they make new albums and they play the fucking songs, and that's the way it should be. If you
Yeah,
don't, if
but
you're not
they're
going to
not
play them
money.
live, don't make a new album. That's my feeling on it. You
right,
know?
but they're not making money.
Well, they don't need to. They're fucking rich.
But though them are, but there's a lot of bands out there that have to just play the hits, because it's not worth it to make a new album for them.
I know.
It's just not.
It's like
And
it's like the 50s and 60s. They make singles now. It's like,
Pretty
Okay.
much, yeah.
That's crazy.
yeah, it went
Yeah.
back in time. It's like, that's what Frank Hannon said. We're back to the 50s and 60s where we just make singles, and if we get enough singles, we'll put it on an album. You know,
Yeah, a compilation.
the compilation. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got another thing. Let's get to a movie thing. Did you guys see the new Superman teaser trailer?
I did, yes.
What'd you think about it?
I don't really know what it's about, but there are some cool things about it. Like, I can't think of the dude name playing Lex Luthor, but Nicholas Holt, I think his name is. Something like that. He was in that Renfeld movie. He's Lex Luthor.
Oh,
in that
Reinfeldt.
movie.
Oh, I like that guy. He's Reinfeldt.
Yeah.
Really
And
good
then they have fucking Crypto, man. Superman's dog is in the movie. How awesome is that?
Don't talk about Nate. Nate hates the dog.
Ah. But looked pretty cool. It started when he fell to Earth and he was all bleeding and shit. I don't know what
Yeah.
the fuck happened there. I don't know. I don't know where it's taking place, whether it's I hope they don't go through another fucking how he came to Earth, blah blah blah.
No.
was raised with the kids.
There is no origin story in this.
Okay, good. Yeah, no origin.
Just like the
story,
last
too.
Batman with Patterson, there was no origin story.
And the girl that's playing Lois is a fucking cutie pie. I can't remember her name right now.
Rachel
I've seen her in a
Brosnan.
few- Yes, she's hot.
Yeah.
And then it's got Nathan Fillion in it, man. So it's got a pretty good cast, man.
Oh, I love Nathan. But you see, dude, they got Hawkman in there, dude.
Yep.
Hawkman's in there. I love fucking Hawkman, dude.
Yep.
And I heard, Mark Dolly put up, there's 11 villains in there, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, go, yeah.
That's a red flag.
Oh,
It's
no,
the, what do you
it
call it?
ain't
Not-
no Batman and Robin, dude. It ain't no Batman and Robin.
What's the opposite of the Justin League? What was that called?
the
the
Justice
cartoons.
Society? Oh,
No.
the Legion of Doom?
Legion of Doom. That's it.
Yeah.
That's probably what they're gonna call it. I'm sure that'd be kind of cool if they do.
That'd be cool. No, but dude, James Gunn is a genius director.
He is.
Genius writer. He did the Guardians of the Galaxy. He knows comic books. He will stay true to the comic book. I'm happy we never seen Crypto in a movie. I like this shit. I like it, And Nate Bushy's all, I don't like the fucking dog. He's got a cape. And then everybody goes, he always had a cape. It's like fucking Nate, you just fucking want to bitch about like he always wants to be contrarian, right? He always wants to be the fucking contrarian. Fucking
Yeah,
I
and the
like
dude playing Superman, the dude's like 6'6" in real life.
yeah.
He's like fucking
Dude,
huge,
hey,
man.
you know what?
I
Nate,
like OU 812 better than women and children first. Come on,
hey,
man.
hey, Nate loves King Diamond, so he's cool with me.
Yeah, but he likes OU 812 better than fucking
And the
women and
Division
children
Bell,
first.
so yeah, I got no problem with him.
Remember when we did Black
Division Bell
Spinner?
has its
We're doing the
moments.
Division Bell, and
Yeah.
he hopped in with us because I was
Yeah.
talking so much shit
Hey,
about
look.
it.
So much wanted to get on right there, and
He
then
wanted to fucking put me in my place, fucking asshole.
I like
it.
the Division Bell. I like that album.
And
Did
he
you
would have
s-
been right to put
Oh,
you in
fuck
your
you.
place.
Did you guys see the Superman trailer, Andy?
Oh, dude, I don't care about
Oh,
Superman.
you don't care about Superman.
I
Oh,
can't.
I
okay.
don't care.
Superman is my favorite hero, dude.
I
Mine too.
honestly,
Ever.
oh, go ahead, Mark. I
No,
bet.
hold on. You can believe a
Nice.
man can fly.
Now
You're
that
supposed
is
to
a
send
great.
that. You're supposed to
now,
give that to me, weren't you?
No, never.
Now that is
I'll
a
give you
great
Superman
superhero
4,
movie.
The Quest for Peace poster.
Oh, fuck that one. You can have that piece of shit.
I have the other three.
I'll keep it real with you. Like I said in the chats, superhero movies just nowadays they don't excite me. There's just too much superhero movies.
Well, Marvel started to slow down
Yeah,
on
Yeah,
I blame
Marvel
Marvel for that.
saturated the
And it's not
market.
to say that there's bad superhero movies all around. There's some really great ones, but it's just nowadays I'm more excited about like good horror movies or good,
Terrifier.
yeah, Terrifier or the Smile 2, Smile 1, whatever. That's what I like. I love to get scared.
I love horror, but man,
Smile 2 was fucking awesome.
that new Captain America with the Red Hulk coming in, woo, that looks good. That looks really good.
I don't hate superhero movies. I still like to read comic books, but it's just, you know,
Well, after Endgame, they kind of saturated. Endgame was like the
yeah.
pinnacle.
And
But the
Endgame
Spider-Man movies of Tom Holland were awesome too. Not a bad one.
Endgame was a fantastic movie, and then I finally got around to the Tom Holland Spider-Man films, and I thought they were very good.
Yeah.
Oh, I never liked Spider-Man. Couldn't stand him. I hate fucking Spider-Man.
Spider-Man I got my favorite heroes, Superman, Batman, Spider-Man.
You're a
Those are
DC guy, huh?
always well, yeah, well, I like Spider-Man too.
I mostly read a lot of Marvel when I was a kid. I read a lot of Fantastic Four and Spider-Man.
Oh, I love
Flash.
Fantastic Four. That's my fourth. I
I
can't
the
wait till
Flash.
that movie comes out. Doctor
yeah.
Doom.
And
Doctor Doom with
I'm gonna watch that Superman trailer.
yeah.
That's what's his face, the Iron Man guy playing Dr. Doom.
Yeah, Robert Downey Jr.
I'm gonna give that Superman trailer its day for it.
Come on, the original fucking Fantastic Four with Jessica Alba, baby. Ugh. Oh, I love that one.
It don't tell you much as far as the plot, Travis. It's just like just little tidbits of.
But it's so colorful. It's so comic booky in color, and it looks like Christopher Reeve's original Superman. The premise, what's going on, what little I could get. It gave me chills. Like Eric Sinzak's brother, Eric Sinzak said, it gave him chills. I was saying, right on, brother.
I thought Brandon Routh was a great Superman.
He was.
I'll tell you
was
what,
a good one.
I will never go to the movie theater again based on an experience I had.
Oh,
I'll tell you guys another time because it's just I hate how movie theaters are nowadays.
I got the A-list.
I have a good Fire Stick. I can find every movie. Yes, it's illegal, but I don't give a shit.
All right, you're ruining movies like fucking Napster ruined music. We got you. But let's get back to music so Andy can talk. Trent Reznor slams modern music world culture. Says it's been regulated to the background. I'm not saying that as an old man yelling at the clouds, but as a music lover who grew up where music was the main thing. What do you think about that, Andy?
Well, it's true. Music is being minimized. And, I've always thought that, oh man, how lucky kids are these days that they have music at their fingertips. Well, that's what's making it less than what it should be, less than it is. People don't value it anymore. That's my take on it.
Well, it's because it's like us when we were growing up. It's like we got $10. What are we gonna buy? Or we did the
Record.
Columbia House scam. We could only get 12 at one time, but we couldn't keep doing that. We had to wait a couple months to do the scam again. But the thing is, it's like, okay, am I going to buy that Bruce Springsteen? I'm going to buy that Cure. I'm going to buy that fucking Great White album. I only have certain amount of money to spend on it. Now they could just go to YouTube, they could go streaming. It's too easy for them. It's like we had to work for our shit. That's what made it so fuck. We sat there and fucking bought an album with headphones, just reading the lyrics and who produced it, who engineered it, who did this, who did what, who wrote the songs. It's like you can't do that with streaming. You can't sit there and get into a full album anymore. It's just like you listen to it while you're doing your homework or you're sitting there fucking a chick. You're not even listening to it anymore,
Okay.
man. I don't know. I'm talking about kids today. They're just sitting there just doing things and it's just in the background. And I asked them, hey, what about the lyrics? Well, I don't know the lyrics. What are you listening to? Oh, it's got a good blah, blah, blah. And I go,
Oh my God! Can I?
go ahead.
I
I'm
got.
done.
I got a lot to say about that. I do. Well, Andy, do you want to go first because you are hosting the show? Do you want to go
Oh,
first
no,
and talk about
You
that?
already
Oh
went.
no, I win already.
Okay.
He had a
So
bong
I
rip,
guess-
so he's out of it. I quit
I-
weed, by the way.
I guess you didn't listen, but okay.
I'm,
No,
my
he took
bad.
a bong rip, so he's out of it. Go ahead.
Sorry, folks. Sorry. Anyways, unlike what Mark said about me just watching movies on my Fire Stick, when it comes to music, I still buy physical media and vinyl and CDs. I still do that because I like music. I like music just as much more than movies. I love movies, but music I cherish more.
Me too.
Obviously, but yeah, these kids nowadays are lazy. They hear a hit song and they don't go to the album. They just put that one song and they just download it to their iPhone and they just play that song constantly until that song is no longer popular and they go on to the next trend. That's what it is nowadays with pop music, shit like that. People don't buy albums anymore. Us folks, we're music connoisseurs. We love albums. We like to listen to the whole thing. Kids and adults, even people I know that are my age, they've gotten lazy. They just like to be shoveled into their mouths whatever is played on the radio.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, just go listen to albums. Yeah, it may cost like at least $12 to get a CD or something, but man, you're doing a great service to artists. You're going beyond the hits. That's what I want from people. Man, the shape of music today is just getting more and more depressing.
Yeah,
It's
but the
all-
thing is that people don't want to do that. You can't make them.
People are just lazy, and DJs are lazy. They play the same hits over and over again.
It's not being lazy. That's just something they don't choose
No,
to
they
do.
have the DJs aren't in control of what they play. A corporate says, "Hey, play this. This is the algorithm." It's all about stats. There is no freeform DJs anymore. Jim Ladd is dead. Redbeard is gone. You got all the freeform DJs are gone. They give them a playlist. This is what you need to play.
And Andy, I stand corrected. My bad. But yes, when Jim Ladd passed away, that's when the freeform music passed away. Because I feel like he was the last true DJ that was like bringing out all sorts of music, and yeah, he was the last of a dying breed.
I'm just saying it's just about an algorithm. I was listening to an interview on Eddie Trunk's podcast with Tommy Hendrickson. He plays in the Alice Cooper band. He's in the band with Alice Cooper and Johnny Depp, Hollywood Vampires, Joe Perry. He's in there, and the guy, his new album's produced by Mutt Lange, by the way. It's called Crossbone Sally or something. Really cool stuff. I was listening to it, and they said you need somebody featured. He goes, "What do you mean I need something featured to get the algorithm going on streaming?" It's like, so what do you mean? Well, get somebody who has a good algorithm. So he called Nick, and Nikki Sixx was the one telling him this from Motley Crue. He says, "Yeah, this is what the feature means. You need somebody. Well, what about you? You got a great algorithm. And I know people think you can't play bass, but why don't you come play bass on my song?" And I was like laughing my ass off when he said, I know people think you don't play bass, but I know you can play. I've watched you play. He says, just come on my album. He's got, and I was just thinking, it's all about the algorithm. It's not about the feel. It's not, it's just about name recognition, about what the computer, the AI is telling people what to listen to
And
anymore.
I will say something nice about like kids, like teenagers that are getting into the music that we loved. I saw this goth influencer, and she was just strutting her stuff, and then Goo Goo Monk by the Cramps was playing. I'm like, all right, cool. That's awesome. Hopefully, more people will get into the Cramps now that they've heard the Goo Goo Monk song in that TikTok
It's a
reel.
Wednesday. Because a Wednesday, probably.
Yeah, because Wednesday, of course. I hope that more people will tune into the Cramps and hopefully move on to other bands like Bauhaus and stuff like that.
Bauhaus
Eventually. Yeah, exactly. So there are people out there. There's kids, there's teenagers that are suddenly watching these TV shows and they'll hear a classic rock song or a metal song like Master of Puppets. And they'll be like, and you know what? At this point, if all they love is Master of Puppets, look, it's only one Metallica song that they love, but hey, at least it's rock.
But the thing is, it gets them. They go, "Oh, I hear this. What else plays like that?" And then they get into Megadeth, and they get into Merciful Fate. And
it's like how when I first heard that first Iron Maiden album when I bought it at Best Buy, I fell in love with it when I first heard Prowler, and then I went to YouTube and I was looking up albums that are just like the Iron Maiden debut, and I found Saxon, I found Angel Witch, I found Venom, I found Motorhead, and that's how I got into metal. I just went on YouTube and I clicked on bands that are somehow have the same kind of sound as Iron Maiden, and that's how I got into metal. And then I did a huge deep dive. That's how I did it back when I was getting into metal and rock. I went on YouTube and found bands that sound like other bands.
All right. Anything on that, Jerry?
Well, I mean, you can't blame the kids. That's what they're brought up on, man. That's what's in front of them. It's what, like we were growing up, had tapes. We had
MTV influenced us also.
MTV. Our parents probably said the same thing about us. It's like these damn kids don't know what music is, blah blah blah.
Right.
But to agree with you to a certain extent,
get off my lawn.
It is so much easier. I mean, remember when you couldn't think of a name of somebody? You used to call like 10 friends to try to get the name on the phone. You're like, fuck, you can just look it up and Google it. There's no challenge nowadays. Everything is right in front of you. Which, like I said, I mean, there's a lot of conveniences to it. I think there's probably more conveniences than inconveniences to it. So I don't blame the kids for that. I mean, what is there? You look at the mainstream artists, mainstream pop is basically Taylor Swift, Beyonce, and Dua Lipa, probably, right? Who else is probably huge?
All fucking horrible shit.
But
yeah, but maybe not.
They sell physical media and a lot of it. So
a lot of it.
Like,
I mean, kids will buy it if they really like it. So, I mean, she
Because
sold
that's what they
4
like.
albums. She sold over 1 million a piece of 4 of the same album. So that's pretty impressive nowadays. So
Taylor Swift is not trying to sell to 50-year-old men.
Well, she does. There's a lot of 50.
She does. I own
like
a couple
her.
of her.
Yeah, but we're not her. I mean,
I don't know.
I always give Taylor Swift credit. She does. She can write songs, and she can. But the thing is,
what
you guys know me. Vocals. Her vocals are flat and no emotion to me. If she could sing those songs with emotion and not flat, I would probably like her because they are good
poppy,
lyrics.
peppy cheerleader attitude.
No, they're dark lyrics. She writes a lot of dark.
Yeah, but her poppy stuff is like Shake It Off. That's happy cheerleader stuff. But I mean, look at some of the other crap that's out. Like who's that weird Ice Spice? I mean, there's like a million people that.
Or that metal band Ice Nine Kills.
I never checked them out.
They kill my eardrums.
And also, it's so much easier for a kid to write a song like that. All they need is a computer, basically nowadays. So,
you know what?
The idea of I'm sorry, Travis. One more thing, I'll let you talk, man. The idea of learning an instrument is going down every generation.
Can I say something with that, Jerry?
Sure, go ahead.
My girlfriend Jennifer, she has a nephew, Ricky. He's 15 years old. The kid plays drums.
Good.
He wants a guitar for Christmas. He plays saxophone. He wants to start a band, and he loves fucking he loves Blink 182. He loves Metallica. He loves all the shit
Good
we
for him.
like. He
They're
likes
out there. Don't get me wrong. They're out there. Don't get me
dude,
wrong.
he wears Kiss shirts, and I go,
Good.
why are you wearing a fucking Kiss shirt?
But it started 20 years ago when schools got rid of music.
So maybe
programs,
it's going
drama
back in a
programs.
circle because he's
Exactly.
13.
Good.
I don't know. I hope so. I hope you're
He's
right.
got long ass hair, dude.
And
He's
I'm
Yeah,
finding-
but it's not coming back. It's
I'm
gone.
finding
but with him,
bands
maybe he's going to start a band.
I'm finding bands from the past that I never gave a listen to, and I'm loving. Like I remember, since I'm part of all these music pages, I remember on a Rock and Metal Combat podcast episode, where they have music playing in the background. I heard a really cool song. It was kind of like punk, but also kind of metal. It was like "Rise Above, We're Gonna Rise Above." I'm like, who's that? That sounds awesome. And I found out it was Black Flag, and I checked out that Black Flag album. I forgot what it's called. It has the song "Rise Above."
That's what
on
Henry
it.
Rollins, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I thought
I
that
love Henry
album
Rollins.
kicked ass, and it turned me on to Black Flag, and I eventually got into the Henry Rollins band.
I love Henry Rollins.
I'm still discovering. I'm active about music. I want to listen to music that's new. I also want to check out bands that from the past I probably have never even given attention to.
Dude, I always try to go check out these older bands and newer bands. I always said when I was a kid, I don't want to be these old people to say that fucking shit sucks. But the thing is, I try to listen to Ghost. I try to listen to all this newer stuff. For some reason, I just can't get into it. It's not like I'm not trying to look for new bands, but I do find diamonds in the rough, like Duscoda and stuff like that, man. It's just weird.
And I remember when that episode where you did the Florence Black review.
Yeah.
That was a new band I never heard of, but I thought it was really cool. To me, it sounded a lot like old school Corrosion of Conformity. I thought that was some killer stuff. And Mark, I remember you posted a year ago about the band Dirty Looks.
The Dirty Looks.
Anybody ever heard of this band? I think they're awesome.
That's an old band, dude.
Yeah, but did you recently kind of check out their discography?
Oh, I got their whole discography. It's pretty damn good.
Yeah, and that's a band that I really didn't know much about, but I heard that song Cool from the Wire. Sounds like AC/DC to me a little bit, and I dug it. And I never even gave any attention to them, but then when I heard that song, I went up, got the album, and I was floored. That was really amazing.
I love it when that happens. Like you mentioned Florence Black. I luckily stumbled upon them after listening to an album. You listen to iTunes, if you're done with the album, it'll just play a random song that's in that category. That song came on, look up, and that was a kick-ass tune.
That's how I heard Dorothy. Dorothy came up on that. Dorothy's hot too.
She's awesome. And I love the Pretty Reckless. And Mark, I love like the episodes I usually really look forward to listening to when you guys upload a new episode is newer bands like Florence Black or Tuck Smith. And
unfortunately, we don't get too many listens for those.
I love those episodes because I'm always.
I think so too.
Jerry, I don't give a fuck. We put it out there.
I'm looking
they want to come along with us.
Hey,
you're right, Travis.
If you guys can get at least 10 downloads, man, that's fantastic, man. I love.
We at least get 40 on those new bands, so we're pretty good.
That Tuck Smith album was really good.
Yeah, it was.
Yep.
And I thank you, Mark, for turning me on to that.
Well, that was Mooger, but me and Mooger kind of picked that together because I said, "Man, we should do Tuck Smith." He goes, "Yeah, that'll be my next pick." So
I didn't like the Black Smoke whatever band.
Black Smoke Trigger. I didn't like that album too.
No,
Mooger hated me for that.
Did you listen to the Gunshine episode? That's
Gunshine is really good too.
I haven't checked that out yet.
Gunshine is really good, but man, one last story. I'll say some stuff for Freeform tomorrow. Andy will be on there tomorrow. Jerry won't. What do you guys? The final 2 Sam Goody stores closed. One was located in Ohio Valley Mall and one in Oregon, man. That's fucking sad. They've been around since the 50s, since Long Playing Records came out.
Well,
any news on that? What do you think about that, Andy? Go ahead, Jerry.
The record stores have been, the death rattle has been happening for years now, so I'm not surprised by it.
But we have a lot of independent record stores that are thriving.
Yeah.
You got a Amoeba Records, you got Rhino Records, you got all like we got Doctor Strange Records over here. They're
Are
thriving.
those
You got
physical places? Are those
yeah,
physical or online?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
physical. And you got
Oh.
Lovell's Records that has been since the 80s. I bought my first Van Halen 1 there. That store is still in downtown Whittier and it's still thriving, dude.
I'm
It's
in the
just that it
sticks.
seems like the corporate big stores like Tower, Sam Goody, the Warehouse, they're the ones that didn't do anything. These other ones cater to different niches and they
Oh, dude,
survive.
warehouse was fucking awesome. I lived in
It
California. I love
was,
that
man.
place, man.
I bought my used fucking Rush concert VHS there. You know, all the world's a stage and stuff like that, man.
Oh, there was nothing more fun than walking into a record store at the mall or anything like that. I mean, that's why I went to the mall, man, to go to a record store.
The malls are dead because there's no record stores.
Pretty much, yeah. It's all,
there's FYE, but
FYA
There's a
doesn't sell
jacket-
music anymore,
there-
dude. You
there-
go in there, it's pop dolls.
the one I go to, they have a lot of good vinyl selections and CDs there.
The one I went to here in Montclair, the back was all CDs and about 10 vinyls. And all it was pop dolls and fucking pop culture fucking Hello Kitty shit.
And
the closest actual record store is like 50 miles from me. All I have is Walmart, and that's pretty much it.
Don't you have our guy Jason Broderick has a store out there in Tennessee? His little record store, man.
Yeah, that's in Nashville, dude.
There's a neat
No, it's not Nashville. It's outside of Nashville.
There's a neat record store near my house. It's brand new, and it's amazing. The people are very friendly there. I find a lot of good hidden gems over there.
But it's like, remember when you guys just go to the record store and you just start browsing through everything and you saw an album cover and go, oh, I'm gonna buy this. And then it was like hit or miss. Sometimes it'd be good. Sometimes you go, why the fuck did I buy that?
Well, that's the good thing about streaming. That's why if I like an album, I'll stream it first.
Buy
if I like it, I'll go buy it.
That's the good thing about streaming there, you know. But man, let's get to our subject, man. I'm gonna let you run this, Andy. This is your episode, man.
Yeah, I didn't care too much about Sam Goody closing. I've never been to one, so I was like, oh, okay. Right. But I got a lot of independent stores here in Houston that I go to on the weekends, so I don't miss out on going to a record store. I absolutely love it. But Sam Goody was not one of them that I went to. What I did go to quite a bit when I was younger was Musicland.
Musicland, yeah. I think Musicland became Sam Goody. Musicland was taken over by Sam Goody.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so that was really cool when I would go there. And when I was growing up, there was this place called I forgot the name of it, but man, it was great.
You ever been to Licorice Pizza? That was a good one.
I mean, I remember you used to buy that shit at Rite Aid, man. Records and shit.
Yeah, they still got records at Rite Aid. They had
Do they really?
went to for $3 on CD.
Well, that's probably why they have it. They're $3. And
Licorice Pizza.
Yeah, Licorice Pizza. There's a movie about that shit. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I got that movie that's saved. I want to watch it.
I want to watch it too. I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah,
but you know, Licorice Pizza.
If I come to Cali one day, Mark, I want you to take me to Tower Records.
There is no Tower Records here. You got to go to Japan for that shit.
Okay.
Tower Records is gone. It's
take
only
me to your record store, brother.
Oh,
hey, man, if you come down, if you go to Rockapile, I'll take you to Ernest Tubbs, man. That's like one of the most classic record stores ever, man.
You didn't take me to Ernest Tubbs, you bitch.
I forgot all that. I didn't think about it. I had COVID the whole time, dude.
So did I.
Then we'll go next year, Jerry, you and I.
Yeah.
All right. Hand out cards for our shows. But let's get this shit going.
I gotta make new ones because I still got the ones with somebody else's picture on there.
Oh yeah, you gotta fix that shit. Fuck that guy.
I got one of those on my dartboard, and I don't hit me and I don't hit you, so I hit the other person.
Hey, now he's gonna unfriend you. He listens. Man. He listens.
He listens because he just can't stop thinking about us.
Yeah, because
I just don't block people because I don't. If I block somebody, I have the feeling that they.
I only block people who take away my Facebook experience.
Yeah,
I mean, in all seriousness, he's never really, verbally attacked me, so I really don't have no reason.
Oh, he will now. You hit him with the dartboard.
I only block people that are bots or scammers and shit like that. There was somebody that threatened my life. I blocked her.
I blocked the
Hey,
person that threatened my life.
hey, I don't like narcissists, so it's great he's not part of the show anymore. But let's get the show going, man.
Yeah, today's episode we're gonna be doing our top
Oh, I know how to do
11
it.
spin-off TV shows. It could be drama, it could be action, it could be a sitcom. So it's up to you all, and I will go 11 to our number one. I will host today. I'm so excited. So we'll start off with the namesake of this episode. We'll go with Mark, Jerry, Travis, and myself. So go ahead, Mark. What's your number 11?
I'm gonna have to go with Gomer Pyle, man.
Oh, yeah.
I
Good
love
one.
that fucking show, fucking Mayberry guy, for the Andy Griffith show.
Andy Griffith Show.
And as soon as that show was over, he went back to the Andy Griffith show, unlike Mr. Roper. That was pretty cool, man. They had him, and they kept the other guy who was there, man. I forgot the other guy's name, but Gomer Pyle was cool, man. I
Floyd the
love that show.
Barber?
Huh?
Floyd the Barber?
Floyd the Barb? No, the other mechanic, because he was a mechanic.
Goober?
Oh, Goober.
Goober, yeah, Goober was the mechanic. Yeah, so I'm going with Gomer Pyle, man. I love Jim Neighbors, man. He was funny as fuck, man.
What a voice. You heard that guy fucking sing?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, man, he's
fucking
got
voice.
great Christmas songs. But I don't know how many times I've seen the episode when he leaves Mayberry to go to the Marines.
yeah. So
There's
good.
an episode also where Aunt B goes to go visit Gomer at the barracks,
Yeah.
and Sergeant.
No,
Sergeant.
not Hulka. Hulka was Striped. Sergeant.
Yeah.
I can't think of his name. at the
Dude, he
moment.
was so good too.
It was Frank something. Sergeant Frank. Oh, what was his last name?
Was
Oh
it
well,
Hart?
no, it'll come back to me later on. But yeah, that was such a good show. I loved Gomer Pyle.
Cool.
Sergeant, no, not Sergeant Slaughter.
Sergeant Vince Carter.
Vince
Sergeant
Carter.
Carter.
Sergeant
Yep.
Carter.
Yeah, Sergeant Carter.
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Not the dunker, not the basketball player.
No, not Vince Carter. Yeah.
Oh no, but Sergeant Carter. That's who it was.
Yeah.
All right, Jerry, what do you start off with, man?
Yeah, back in the 80s, there was this show called Bizarre that was on Showtime.
Oh, John
and
Biner.
one of the skits they had was the best stuntman to ever exist. I'm talking about Super Dave
Good
Osborne.
one.
Dave.
Fucking dude was funny as hell, dude. I loved it.
It
Every
was
one of
great.
his stunts went awry. It was funny. Just great slapstick comedy. And I think he recently died a few years. No, I think it's been a while.
No, he
since
did.
died.
He died. He was in what's that, Kirby Enthusiasm for a long time too. That actor.
He was, yeah. And he always played the role. He would go on talk shows, and he'd always be in Super Dave Osborne. Like if you laugh at him, he'll give you a look like, "What are you laughing at?" You know what I mean? But that was part of his shtick, and he was great as Super Dave Osborne, man. So I had to include that one. I mean, as a kid, first of all, watching a kid and watching Bizarre was kind of a big deal for me because they showed boobs, they showed everything on that show.
Yeah.
So
John Biner, dude, that guy was like nobody talks about. That guy was a fucking genius.
oh, dude, Soap, that was a fucking genius show. He was awesome in Soap.
Yeah.
But yeah, so my number 11 is the Super Dave Osborne show.
It was so great, and that he took this idea from Evel Knievel because he would wear those kind of colors like Evel Knievel. He just didn't wear the cape, but he wore like the jumpsuit. It was great. Yeah,
every stunt. He did a catch on fire. He lost his head. It was just funny. It was just goofy, funny shit, and it was awesome.
Yeah, instead of being the superhero stuntman, he always fucked up. It was great.
Yeah.
All right, what are you gonna start off with?
All right, so I got a couple disclaimers. I'm younger than you guys, so I don't have a lot of experiences with the older spin-off
Nick
shows.
at Night, bitch.
Yeah, but and also, so this is basically kind of slim pickings here. But these are 11 shows that I really do like, and my 11 and 10 are still shows that are airing right now. So number 11 is based off of the name of the movie, Ted the Series. I think that show's pretty damn funny. So
I've never seen it. I never knew they had one.
Ted the Series. It's really good. Yeah,
it's funny. It's funny.
Is it him that does it? Seth MacFarlane?
Yeah.
He does the bear. Yeah, and he has a younger Ted where it shows how he got into smoking weed.
So my list could change over the years, but this is my list right now. Basically.
Gotcha.
But I love Ted the Series. I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, I'm waiting for season 2, man.
Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it. So that's my number 11, Ted the series.
Cool.
All right, Andy, it's your turn.
Yeah, I was just thinking about something.
I know you were like,
You're thinking, how high am I? How high is Travis?
No,
beam
not
me up,
that.
Scotty. Beam me up.
But is that a spinoff?
Yeah, it's based off.
Spin-off
It's
of the
based on
movie.
successful
It's
movie.
based on a movie,
Based on
but
a movie.
it's not.
It's
Okay,
not really a spin-off, but we'll let him have it.
Okay,
thank
okay.
you.
That's what I was thinking about.
Yeah.
Okay, my number 11, I'm going to start off. This show has a lot of spin-offs, but this was my favorite spin-off off of it. I'm going to go with Law and Order Criminal Intent.
That's a good one.
I like
It
the
is
Criminal
good.
Intent one because I think, what's her name? Christine Eve is just so beautiful when she was younger. But number 11, I'm going with Law and Order Criminal Intent. I really like the way that they piece things together and how they figured things out. So that's what I'm starting off as my number 11. But I don't like the SVU one at all.
Okay.
All right, number 10, Mark.
Number 10, spin-off from fucking Big Bang Theory, and I fucking loved it. I'm sad it's gone. Young Sheldon. I thought that show was fucking funny as fuck. And I like the new spin-off that they had, the first wedding.
Oh, it's terrible. George and Mandy.
Oh, I love that
awful.
show. I love
It's
it.
awful.
I
now,
love
Mandy's fine as hell, though. I'll give you that much.
Yeah, well,
She's
yeah, you get into it. It's funny as fuck. I love the parents. The parents of hers, hilarious.
fine. Will Sasso and
Oh, I love the parents,
who's
dude.
the mom? I can't remember the mom.
But young Sheldon, man, I love. They picked a perfect kid to play a Sheldon. He was so good at it. Fucking amazing. You see all these things in the show that kind of connected to Big Bang, and fucking Jim Parsons
Yeah.
fucking narrated it. It was perfect. I loved it. I'm sad that it ended. And there's another spinoff coming off that's going to be on HBO with Stewart
Stewart
Is
and
that really going to happen?
and
I'm looking for
the Rock
Brian
guy.
Posehn.
Bert.
Yeah.
Brian
Is that
Posehn.
really
Yeah,
gonna
I'm looking
happen,
forward to
though?
that too.
Did you know that Stewart was supposed to be the original
Leonard.
Howard?
Yeah.
No,
Leonard, I
Howard.
thought.
I didn't know
No,
that.
Howard.
Yes, I do. I
Howard.
do know that. Yeah.
Dude, Howard's the best part of the show. Dude,
Yeah, he was
I
going to
love
be the
Howard.
original Howard, and he never told the actor who played Howard that till the end of the show. Says, "Yeah, they gave me the role, but I was on Ugly Betty or something like that, and they wouldn't let him off, so they brought him back as the comic book guy."
Oh, wow.
They never knew that. The guy who played Howard never knew that he originally got that role.
Well, I couldn't see anyone else playing that role.
I can't either. But Stewart's,
can't.
I love Stewart though. Stewart's awesome.
all right.
Yeah,
But Howard, I mean, those four were the perfect four
it was.
for that show.
I
It really
think
was.
Brian
Hey,
Poseh's gonna.
it was
Brian
the-
Poseh's gonna make that show funny.
It was the guy who
Yeah,
played
he's
Kripke
funny.
who auditioned for Leonard.
Yeah.
I love.
Oh, I
Oh,
can
I
remember,
love
yeah.
Kripke.
Kripke's awesome.
Quickie.
And they said,
Sheldon,
"Hey,
the
can you?"
retro- the
They asked him.
retractor.
They asked him, "Can you do a lisp?"
the-
You know?
Oh, it's Sheldon the Retractor.
Yeah, we twacked the.
Yeah,
He's
that's
under, that character was underrated.
I know.
Yeah.
I love Kripke, man.
all right. Jerry,
wait,
what's
one more thing.
Yeah.
Annie. Yeah, I don't like that name much. I'll call you Roxanne.
all right, Jerry? What's your number 10, man?
Andy, you just said you hated this show. I absolutely fucking love it. It's one of my favorite shows. The SVU Special Victims Unit.
Oh, is it?
Fucking love it, dude. I love the earlier seasons, especially when it was her and the guy who plays Elliot, Chris Maloney. I thought were one of the best fucking cop pair ups in any show.
Oh, wow, really? Okay.
And then you add Richard Belzer and fucking Ice-T. I thought were amazing additions to the fucking show. Even today with the new people they got nowadays, I think the stories are still good. Every now and then there's a rehash of a story, but for the most part, I mean, they keep it fresh. They do. And I don't like Mariska Hargitay as the captain. I don't like that part of it because I thought the original captain.
She's hot though.
Oh, she's fucking gorgeous and a fantastic actress, man. I love her character, Olivia Benson. I mean, I think she's fucking amazing at that role. But yeah, I mean, they never really had a lull, in my opinion, as far and they did have a lot of different cast members, and I liked them all pretty much. So yeah, I mean, I still watch it. They're still making new ones, and I still watch them. Actually, really, fucking 25 was an amazing season, one of the best seasons. So yeah, I mean, Dick Wolf is an incredible fucking,
Very incredible.
very good fucking showrunner. I even like what's his new show called with Chris Maloney in it? What's it called?
The gangster one.
Yeah, fuck, what's it called?
I forgot.
Criminal Intent's the one with the guy that played Pyle, right? In Full Metal Jacket.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, that's for you.
Vincent D'Onofrio.
Mr.
Yeah.
D'Onofrio. Yeah, he is the Criminal Intent.
Yeah, he plays Kingpin. Really good.
Yeah.
Oh, that
Yeah.
Daredevil show's coming. Yes.
But yeah. Okay, so that's for you is my number 10.
Hey, I wish I had that. Don't. When you guys say that,
Dun,
shit.
dun.
Don't. I need a sound effect.
I have an effects machine here. I just need to hook it up. I don't know what I can do with it. Maybe I'll hook it up one of these days.
Yeah, you'll probably be doing farts when I talk about Oingo Boingo.
Or when you do
Yeah.
a sad story, I'll get the violin.
Asshole. All right, let's keep going. Let's keep this
Yeah.
shit rolling. Rolling.
My number 10, I'm gonna go off a spinoff of the show Soap.
Okay.
Benson.
What?
What?
Benson.
Oh, Benson was great. Yeah.
Yeah.
You skipped me.
You skipped Travis.
Oh, I'm
Okay,
sorry.
Travis.
You're fired.
I'll go after you. It's okay.
Oh no. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
What is this?
No,
Freeform?
no. Finish. Go ahead, Andy.
Okay.
Andy, go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. My number 10. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Travis, but
It's all good.
I'm going to go with Benson. That was a spinoff off of Soap.
Yep.
Benson was the butler for Soap, and then he was the butler for the governor. I forget. Was it Massachusetts?
California.
Was it California that
California, yeah.
that was based in?
Yeah.
Then later on, Benson himself became a political player along with the governor and all that. So
I think he was
it
a
was pretty
lieutenant
cool to
governor.
see how he grew, huh?
I think he was a lieutenant governor, right? Or something like
Was
that.
he? Okay.
I don't remember. Robert Guillaume was awesome.
Yeah. I really liked Robert Gill.
Yeah.
So Benson is my number 10. I'm so sorry, Travis. What's your number 10, brother?
Well, I know Jerry doesn't like this show very much, as you said a few minutes ago, but I really like George and Mandy's First Marriage so far. I think that show's pretty good. I like, I was expecting it to be a little half-assed. I'm like, what are they going to do now? But I think just the great chemistry. Who plays Georgie? Dakota something? Dakota, what's his name?
I don't know the show.
I
I know the girl's an Osmond.
Dakota, what's his name? And
Yes, sir.
Emily Osment. I think they are terrific actors. I know Emily
awesome.
Osment was a Disney Channel star, but she really matured a lot. And I think she
matured all
She
right.
does a terrific. Oh yeah, she does. And she does a terrific job playing Mandy. And I really dig this show. And I think it still has a lot of heartfelt moments that young Sheldon succeeded at. So I really like George and Mandy's First Marriage.
And I like how they're bringing in the grandma, the mom, and the sister in the show.
And you know what?
And they brought in Craig T. Nelson too. That's pretty cool,
Before
man.
we continue, I wouldn't mind seeing a spinoff about Sheldon's years at Caltech. I wouldn't mind seeing that.
Nah, we're good.
Yeah, I don't think the Big Bang Theory is going to have a few more. I think,
or maybe a show about Kripke.
I'd like to see a show about Kripke. I like that guy.
But I will say this: George and Mandy's better than that fucking awful show that Maya and Bialik came out with a couple years ago.
Oh, I like Call Me Cat.
Oh, that show was
Call
terrible,
Me
dude.
Cat. That was so bad.
I liked it.
And that's because I tried to like it. I think I even saw the whole season.
And that's the thing with that
I liked
show.
it, but
because,
the gay guy died and the show went
Yeah,
down.
he did.
Yeah.
But that's what's so amazing about it. You expect how awesome she played Amy Farrah Fowler. You expected it to carry over. Even though it's not technically a spinoff.
Yeah, I never liked Blossom. I only liked her in fucking Blossom.
Blossom was decent.
I didn't like Blossom at all.
I didn't like Blossom
Mayan Bialik. I always get her name wrong. Mayan Bialik.
Mayan Bialik. Yes.
Mayan Bialik. I think.
But she's a real brain. She's a real brain
she's very
doctor.
intelligent.
Real brain doctor.
I honestly think she's more beautiful than Kaylee Cuoco.
No.
Oh
God,
wow!
no.
Oh, dude.
There's something about Mayan Bialik that I like more. I like the way
That's not even close.
You know, take another bong rip, dude. That is.
I like
Bernadette
Melissa.
was underrated cutie.
I think I think Melissa Rauch is more beautiful.
Oh,
also.
yeah.
I'm watching
she's-
that. I'm watching that
think
new
Kenny
show.
Qu-
But
Yeah.
what's that new
Kenny
show with
Cuoco's not
Kaylee?
aging very well.
What's that new show with Kaylee? She's pretty damn
The
good.
the flight attendant.
No, she has
No, I'm
another
not
one
saying Kaylee Coco.
where they're
Coco, I think,
doing the podcast about murders, like a real podcast.
Oh yeah. I don't know what it's called. Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Kaylee Cuoco,
Oh, it's
I
not
think
pretty bad. It's really good. It's the
she
guy
got-
from New Girl in there as her husband.
Yeah.
Really good
she
show.
got
That
more
show sucked
attractive.
too.
I think she got more and more beautiful, Kaylee Cuoco, as the seasons went on.
I liked her
she
in
did.
Charmed too.
I hate
I
it
like-
when she cut her hair.
She hated it too.
It looked like a little ping pong on a big, because she has got big shoulders. It just did not look right on her.
Pixie
So-
cuts don't work on anybody. Stop with the
I looked
pixie.
at it on Daisy Ridley.
I did think she was really annoying in 10 Rules for Dating My Daughter.
Oh, I like that show. John Ritter.
I-
I did too.
God,
John Ritter was,
John
the only
Ritter
good
was a
part about
real
that
dad
show.
to her, she said. Don't
That was
ever
the-
fuck with John Ritter.
That was the only good part about that show. Is John
Three's a
Ritter.
Crowd sucked, but John Ritter rules.
It's a crowd.
All right, so we are on to number 9. Mark, what's your number 9?
Well, my number 9, I'm glad I got to this first, man, because we're moving on up to East with the deluxe apartment. And this guy from All in the Family, George and Wheezy Jefferson, man. Fucking
Nice.
Lenny Kravitz's mom in there, Roxy Roker. Fucking, it's a great fucking show.
It is.
It's one of the best of all time. I like it better than All in the Family.
So do I.
I like it way better than All in the Family.
I like
Sherman
Maude
Hin-
better than On the Family.
I didn't like Maude.
No, you didn't.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
I like
one
Maude.
chick from the Golden Girls, she always seemed like a man to me. I didn't know why. It's just like she was good to Golden Girls, but you also had Betty Davis. So Betty Davis kind of saved that show for me. And the
Yeah,
other girl
Betty Davis.
who
sure
played
did.
Blanche. Blanche was good too. Blanche was
I don't know
awesome.
who Betty Davis is, but
No, not
Betty
Betty
White.
Davis. What's her name?
Betty White.
Betty
White.
White. Betty White. I was
Betty
been drinking.
Davis was an actress from
I
the
know.
30s and
I know
40s.
she had Betty Davis eyes, but
But
Betty White.
Betty Davis was a really great actress back
It
then.
was.
Yeah,
Beautiful
Betty
too.
White was saved. She was the funny one in that show, and the girl played Maude was the straight one, and she worked good with her. Maude was boring to me. I didn't like Maude.
I like Bob because I liked Adrian Bardo. Gosh, she was so hot
Oh yeah,
back
but,
then.
So the Jeffersons is my show, man. Wheezy,
I mean, George is one of the best characters of all time.
dude, it showed a black guy being racist against white people. I hate white people.
Honky. Yeah, honky.
You honky. It's like it was awesome. It was
also showed
awesome.
a successful black man in the.
And he was the guy that played the bellman. He was awesome in that show.
Yeah,
too.
Ralph.
The English guy.
Ralph.
Oh god, it was so good.
It was Ralph and Mr. Bentley.
And he would just get off on Roxy Roker and her husband Tom. Gets a
Tom,
white
yeah.
guy and a black girl. Wasn't that the first interracial marriage in a television series?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was fucking good. Who was the guy who wrote that? Norman Lear. Norman
Norman
Lear, what a fucking
Wrote
genius, man.
everything.
Wrote
Yeah,
everything. Norman Lear, man. Jefferson's could have been higher, but it wasn't. And I love it though.
And when
Any of these shows could have been number one except for Young Sheldon.
they came up to Roxy Roker and asked her, "Is it okay if we put you married to a white guy?" She goes, "That's my real life."
Yeah,
I'm
she's married to a
white
Jewish guy, Lenny Kravitz's dad.
Yeah, she said that's no problem.
Yeah.
I would love to. So that's how they did it. And Tom, I've never seen Tom in anything else
No?
but that. And he
Tom was like, what do you call it? He was like out of it. He didn't know what the fuck was going on.
he was always
He didn't know where the fuck he was at.
he really played a really good
The
character.
doorman Ralph always putting his hand up for fucking and Sherman
For-
used to slam
for,
the
uh,
door to the
For a tip.
yeah.
Yeah. And we can't forget about Florence.
Oh,
And
Florence,
George
when
would
she
go
came
at
in?
it. Yeah.
I love 227 also. That was a good show
Yeah.
too.
Yeah,
But that
like-
wasn't a spinoff though.
No, it's not.
No.
But they tried a Florence spinoff, I found out when I was going into this.
Yeah, it was horrible.
And it didn't work out, so
It
she
didn't.
went back to
Yeah.
the Jeffersons. And I didn't even know. I think it was like she was a maid in a hotel.
Yeah.
And I think it lasted just a season or so.
It was like the Golden Girls without Maude. The
Yeah, it's
Golden
like
Palace
that Golden
Hotel.
Palace.
Golden
Remember
Palace is horrible. Yeah.
It was crap. It
Yeah.
was so crap. And I can't believe that it's on Hulu. That's how crap. I was like, wow, I can't believe it's on here. All right. Jerry, what's your number 9, man?
All right. I might lose a man card for this one, but I don't care. I loved watching the women in this show because they were fucking beautiful and sexy, especially the actress that played Callisto. Fucking, she was beautiful. It's a spinoff of Hercules.
Oh, Xena.
Xena Warrior Princess, man. I don't care what you say. Love that fucking show. And Lucy Lawless was fine in that fucking show, dude.
That's a good show.
I like the blonde chick with her. That was hot.
Yeah, the one that played Callisto, the enemy one. Oh god, that girl was fuck. I can't think of her name right now. Just gorgeous fucking woman. I didn't really care for Hercules too much. That was kind of stupid.
I liked Hercules.
I mean, I like Kevin Sorbo. I like him in the other show he did, the science fiction show that he did later on. But yeah, I mean, I absolutely loved Lucy Lawless as Xena. I thought it was goofy and corny, but it was, that's what it was supposed to be,
But it was
that's
an
what it was.
adventure show. I liked it. But
Yeah,
I don't know about you all, or what time they showed it at y'all's house or in y'all's area. It came out like at midnight on Saturdays.
Really, it came out during the day. They back with each other. Hercules and then Xena would come on.
Yeah, it was on
afterwards.
like it wasn't
like
like
Warner
on
Brothers or some shit like that.
WB
channel.
WB or
Yeah.
something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were playing Xena here like at midnight, and I was like, ugh, I can't stay up that late. And it would come on like after Saturday Night Live or something like that. Back in the night.
It was on Saturdays here, like 8,
Yeah,
9
it
o'clock.
was.
Yeah.
Oh wow, really?
It was prime time. Yeah,
It was
it really
prime
was.
time.
Both those
Yeah.
shows. But anyway, talk me a man card if you want. I actually fucking love Xena. So
I like Xena too.
Oh no, that's not a man card thing. That's a that show was a big show back then. It really was. It was very popular.
It was better. It was bigger than Hercules.
Some beautiful women
died,
in that
right?
fucking show, dude.
The chick died. The blonde chick died in the show. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but Lucy
Lucy,
died, right?
no, Lucy Lawless is still alive.
She's still alive.
Is she?
Yeah.
Okay.
She was in the Evil Dead series with fucking really good with the Evil Dead series. Fucking
she was in the remake of Battlestar Galactica. She was in a bunch of shit.
Really good.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right, Travis. I didn't miss you. Number 9.
All right, number 9. Well, we go from one female lead to another female lead, but this one is animated. It's a spinoff from Beavis and Butthead. I'm talking about Daria. I love that show. It's a great representation of what high school was really like. So,
from a different point of view.
Yeah.
From like the nerdier, brainier point of view.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Daria is awesome.
She reminded me of Janine Garofalo, but it wasn't based on her. It was weird.
Yeah, but she did the voice, didn't she?
No, she didn't.
No.
She did do the voice?
I like their friend. Her friend was Jane, right? That was her friend.
I didn't think she did.
Yeah, she was funny.
I gotta
And
look
Kevin,
it
the
up.
football player, always wears
I love
and that cheerleader girl.
Yeah.
Brittany,
Brittany, I think her name was Brittany, I think.
Yeah.
Kevin
that
and
show was
Brittany.
pretty funny.
Yeah.
All right, so Daria, I almost put Daria on my list. That's a good one.
It was
Travis.
Tracy Grandstaff who did the voice of her.
Oh, okay. I always thought it was Garofalo.
It sounded like Garofalo, but it wasn't her.
You're gonna have to think back because I was talking to my wife about the show because she liked the what the show was a spinoff of, but she didn't remember this one. My number 9 is a spinoff off of Growing Pains. Just the 10 of us.
Oh, I remember that. It had that one chick in there with the nice boobs.
Yeah, well, that was the
one chick with a nice boob. That's about 1 million people.
The redhead. She was in the fucking that one show on
Cox. Her last name is Cox.
No, that isn't Cox. It wasn't Cox.
She was in that show with Bobcat Goldthwait, right?
No, she wasn't.
Oh, the puppet.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That almost seemed like a spin-off of Married with Children, if you think about it, but it wasn't.
I like Growing Pains, even though Kirk Cameron is a complete dweeb.
No, but Just the 10 of Us was a spinoff of the gym coach at the high school. It was a spinoff off of his character, which is weird because he would rarely come out. So it was weird that they would pick him to do a spinoff of, and when he went back home, he had a bunch of kids, like 8 kids. and a
Jamie
couple.
Lunar was the girl you're talking about.
Who?
Jamie Lunar.
Jamie Lunar.
She's 53 years old too. She's our age, man.
Okay, well, Just the 10 West is my number 9. But y'all remember that show?
Yes, I love that show.
No,
All right.
I don't remember.
I think she was also in Melrose Place too.
Oh, really? I never saw Melrose Place.
Neither did I, but I only watched when Heather Locklear was in there.
Which,
Melrose
Melrose
Place.
Place.
Right? That was an alright show.
all right. We're at to number 8. Mark, what's your number 8 spinoff show?
There was a show with a guy named Balky called Perfect Strangers that went in with the lady who in there who was the mom who became a secondary character in her own spinoff because Urkel and the dad took over. Family Matters, man. It's sad because it was a spinoff from the mom from Perfect Strangers, but Urkel was supposed to be a side character who was supposed to be in a couple episodes, and he was so popular that him and the dad from Die Hard became the stars of that show, and the mom became like a secondary character of her own spinoff. Family Matters.
Well, and the sad thing is she quit mid final season, man.
Yeah. And the thing is that the reason why they did that was because it was going to be canceled after one season.
Yeah.
They were about to cancel.
And you know what? As much as I love, I'm going to get to Family Matters later on, but as much as I love Family Matters, the first season, it's all
There's
right.
hardly any Urkel in there.
But when Steve Urkel came in, that's when I feel like the ball of wax started going.
Oh, yeah.
Did I do that?
The first season was good, but it wasn't like great.
Well, remember the daughter, like she went upstairs and never came back down. Kind of like from 6 from Married with Children.
Didn't her actress become
He's on the back of a milk carton?
She like got fired like after she just went up and they just let her out the show and never saw her.
I had a bigger crush on Myra instead of Laura.
Who? Oh yeah, Myra. But the thing is that they started to show signs that they were going to write her out. There's a pretty good documentary on Hulu about Family Matters, about the in and outs and what happened to the daughter and why they put Urquhart to being one of the main characters. And I didn't like it when he started becoming Stefan. I hated it. I
love Stefan.
The actor loved Stefan because it let him not be a nerd. He liked the guy.
I can handle Stefan a lot more than Myrtle.
They were trying to bring the show back, but the guy who played Urkel says, "I don't want to play that anymore."
Well, there was controversy about Myrtle too because
Myrtle was just obnoxious.
Urkel's father did not want him to be dressing like a girl. He did not want him playing that character. That's why that character didn't last that long.
Yeah,
because he refused to play that anymore because his father didn't want him.
And rest in peace to the actress that played Myra. She was very sick with cancer before the last season ended.
I think she was either engaged to Malcolm Jamal Warner for years, who played Theo on
I guess. Oh, that was another spinoff I could have put on there. Fuck, I just remember that one.
Which one?
Different World.
Oh, Different World. It was okay.
I liked it. I liked it when the girl who spun it off got kicked out. It got better.
Yeah.
Boy, I hate to be the killjoy. I absolutely fucking hated that show, man.
What?
I could not stand Urkel. Family Matters. I could not stand
I love TGI.
That fucking
Fridays,
dude,
man.
I like the guy. He's cool, out of character. He hosts a game show now. I can't remember the name of it. But holy crap, I could not stand that fucking show, dude.
He was in some episodes of Psych, too.
Oh, it was fucking just annoying as fuck, dude.
You know, it's funny. Those sitcoms back in the 90s, they had their Urkel. Like Full House had Kimmy Gibbler.
Sure.
Like Step had Cody. And Boy Meets World, I don't know what they had. Eric Matthews. He was kind of like.
But the supporting cast, I thought, around Family Matters was pretty good. It's the Seinfeld effect. It's like when the title character, the cast is better than the title character type of thing. Even though, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the Seinfeld's cast, yeah, to admit, it's funnier.
I almost picked Curb Your Enthusiasm, but that's not a spinoff.
But Oh, I cannot stand Urkel, dude. He drove me fucking nuts, dude. Oh.
Oh, I love. Did I do that? I love Urkel, man.
Remember, he had that little card that
He remind me of Jerry Lewis. He was like Jerry
Yeah.
Lewis.
Yeah.
Love
That's
it.
insulting. That's
Jerry
insulting.
Lewis. It was total Jerry Lewis, man. Classic Jerry Lewis, man.
I like his little car.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
I'm sorry.
Right.
I don't mean to be the
Ah, dude,
killjoy
it's
there,
okay.
but-
We like what we like,
all
man.
right.
It's cool because
okay.
me.
Hey, I like Xena. Okay, so you can get me in.
Hey, I like Xena too. We
Oh,
all like
that's
Xena.
true.
I never watched Xena, so I'll have to watch that.
There you go.
Xena Warrior
but-
Princess is really good.
But there's no problem, Jerry, because I couldn't stand young Sheldon.
That's
at
cool.
all.
I don't know what he like on
It was
Young Sheldon.
it was all right. I can only take Sheldon in pieces too. I couldn't stand a whole show dedicated to him. So
If Sheldon wasn't in Big Bang Theory, it wouldn't have been Big Bang
no,
Theory.
especially the first.
You
few
can't
seasons,
take
he was
any.
actually kind
you
of
can't
annoying.
take
in
any
the first few
character out of
seasons.
that show.
Who the fuck would have been a roommate with that guy? Seriously.
Exactly. I mean, that's what him and Leonard would fight about all the time. He had that big book of rules.
The roommate agreement.
Die, Sheldon, die, Sheldon,
show-
die.
That show would have failed without Jim Parsons, man, because
Yeah.
I don't think
Absolutely it would.
nobody could have played Sheldon but him.
No.
Absolutely, it would. But you have to admit, if a whole half hour of just him would have been kind of
It
I
was.
love-
supporting.
I
His
can't
supporting
help it,
cast
I
helped
loved
him
it.
out a lot.
I
Oh
love
no! I thought he was good, but like I said, the early season he was just so fucking obnoxious.
he got
The
more
rest
like
of
it.
The re-
He
yeah,
got he fought for Maya Bialik to stay in the show. He wanted to soften Sheldon up. He wanted her in there.
They actually gave up a lot of their salary too to make sure the supporting actors were getting
they
paid,
did.
which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
And,
The girls edition was awesome. Amy and Bernadette were fucking
Yeah.
awesome additions to that show.
It's like you can't. It's like when you watch the early seasons without them. It's weird.
Yeah, it is.
It's
And I like
weird.
that portrait
Yeah.
that Amy gave
Oh
her.
yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay, then we're not talking.
Wow.
We're
Do
just
I
going
like
on
it?
Big Bang Theory here, man. 'cause
Yeah,
that show
but,
rules.
I wanted more. I wanted more Sarah Gilbert in that show.
But
Oh, she was
I
good.
tell you what, there's not too many finales that made me tear up, but that speech Sheldon gave at the finale,
Yeah.
Oh, that
fucking
was
tear
Where he gave credit
You
to
know-
his. He said he wouldn't have had.
I had this long speech, but I'm not going to read it. Yay! It was-
Yeah,
That was funny.
Best TV finale, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they just.
I go with the Newhart show, Bob Newhart show.
Yeah.
was the
Oh,
best.
that was good. I like MASH too. MASH was good too.
Yeah, MASH was a movie though. It kind of really wasn't a
Yeah.
finale.
Yeah, but to go back to Sheldon just real quickly, he's from Houston, so he went to U of H, and he went to high school in a city that's inside of Houston, a suburb called Klein. But right around the street from where I work, like less than an hour away, no, less than a mile away, there's an old folks home that his grandmother lived there, and he bought it. It's called the Parsons House. So
Well, his characters from
donates
Texas,
a
so
lot.
makes sense.
yeah, he donates a lot to. He still donates a lot to his high school and to the arts here in Houston, where he honed his craft. So
I think he was the one that ended the show. Actually, I think he was the one.
Yeah,
that didn't
he
wanna
was
come
the one
back.
who didn't want to do it anymore. Yeah.
he wanted to go do other things.
12
Broadway
seasons.
and shit like
They're
that.
all still great friends. Kelly came up and surprised him at his Broadway shows. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, he just have after so long, you just have to stop.
But the season finale of Young Sheldon, where him and Amy were in there, that was amazing. I loved it.
Yeah, it was kind of cool. I did see that part.
That was perfect.
Yeah, that was pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, and what better girlfriend to play, but her for him? It was just
Yeah.
perfect.
Absolutely.
Ryan Bialik.
Yeah.
All right. We should have had a show about Big Bang Theory. You're
Well, we
right.
could do
Yeah,
that.
shit.
We could do that later.
Yeah,
I'd love to. I'm down.
Where are we at? Where are we at anyway? So my turn.
Number 7
no
or 8.
Where,
8, Jerry.
Where Jerry's number 8.
All right, my pick is this show actually spawned from one of a lot of people say the funniest blooper ever on TV. I'm talking about Vicki Lawrence as Mama on Mama's Family. That show was fucking funny as hell. I love Vicki Lawrence. If you're a Carol Burnett fan, obviously that character came from her show.
Yeah.
I had fucking Ken Berry as the son.
F Troop, man.
And you know the cool thing about Mama was there was an episode where uh her grandson was listening to Van Halen, and she put the headphones on for a second, and she goes, "I liked him better with Dave." Oh,
I'm
come
not gonna
on!
get into that one.
You gotta love her for that.
I'm not gonna
So,
get into that.
and you know, Carol Burnett. I mean, not you talk about the legends that come off that show: Harvey Korman, Tim
Well,
Conway.
Carol Burnett
Those,
came in there and played Eunice a lot. So
Yeah, she
yeah,
did.
yeah,
But if you think back too, Blanche was in it.
yeah.
So was Betty White.
Rue McClanahan. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they're both in it as well. And in fact, Betty White every once in a while would be on the Carol Burnett show
yeah.
as well. So yeah, really good.
Harvey
pick.
Korman was on the show, like you said. He was on there for a
Yeah.
few episodes. So
Yeah, for like every episode. Yeah, that's a good one. All right, Travis, what's your number 8, man?
Oh, here's an interesting one. This is also an animated show, and it was based off the cartoon from the late 60s, which was also based off the comic book, turned into a cartoon in the 60s. I'm talking about, it aired in the 90s, Archie's Weirdest Mysteries.
Oh, okay.
And it's like Archie and the gang, and it's kind of Scooby-Doo-ish. I mean, there's no culprit or anything, but there are supernatural things they have to fight. I think it was a pretty good cartoon, and I think it's way better than that shitty Riverdale show. So,
Hey, at least you didn't pick Scrappy.
I like Scrappy Doo.
Oh God.
But Archie's Weirdest Mysteries. If if you love Archie, I love the Archie comic books. If you like that stuff, yeah, go check it out. I think it's pretty good. Here. Nobody else is probably going to pick that stuff.
Andy's turn, and he took off.
Oh yeah,
I love Archie. So
I'm trying to find one of my Archie books because
I have
I love those the
Archie
Archie Digest. I used to buy the Archie Digest. Those
I got the double digest.
Yeah.
I got some comics from the 70s from Archie in my.
It was right as you checked out of your grocery store. They had the Archie Digest there, along with the National Enquirer and all that shit.
You know what the best comic strip was? The fucking Bazooka Joe comics and the fucking Bazooka Joe.
Oh, the small ones. That's
Yeah.
what I was going to show was my Archie comic, but I can't find it. It's here somewhere.
Jughead is my spirit animal.
I think I know what Jerry's number 1 is.
Oh,
Okay.
you might.
My number 8 is a spinoff from Golden Girls. Out of nowhere, they did a spinoff of their neighbor, and I'm talking about Empty Nest.
Great fucking show. I forgot that was a spin up of Golden Girls.
It is, yeah.
Oh, that's a great one. Kristen McNichol and fucking great show. And Joey Zuzu was in there.
I love Joe Suzu.
Joey Zuzu.
Joe Suzu. Remember their Suzu commercials? He was the guy on Airplane, the not the Jehovah's Witness, but the Buddhist.
Well, I
guy.
can't remember the actor's name.
Pazuzu?
Joe Suzu. And he was actually on one of the funniest episodes of Married with Children when he was a game show host. That was fucking hilarious, that episode.
I think he was another neighbor, I think.
Yeah, he was
Yeah, he was always he was in that show the whole time.
Yeah, he was. And I think his the main character was from Soap. And I think his name was Harry, and he was a doctor. And they did a spin-off with that nurse of his too, but it wasn't a success. Now that I remember, I gotta stop talking about everything because I'm going too long, and I'm sorry about that.
No,
but I have
keep
to
going.
comment on every show. Sorry about that. So, number 7, Mark.
Hold on, I'm trying. Oh, David Leisure was Joey Zuzu.
Yep.
Okay, my number 7 is, I don't know what to do with those tossed salads and scrambled eggs.
They're calling again.
And the new fucking Frasier's fucking awesome too. I love how they picked up right where they kind of left off, even though Niles is in there. His son that's playing Niles' son is fucking amazing. It's like
they got Niles' son in there.
They have Niles' son. The nephew's in there, and the son playing Freddy is fucking. He's a firefighter. He's like Frasier's dad. It's like he's the guy who likes to drink beer and just do what his dad does. Fucking cool. I love Frasier, and they bring Perry Gulpin in there. Roz has been in there a lot. It is fucking cool. I like it. I hope Niles decides to come in maybe season 3. They're trying to get him in there, but he kind of wants to stay away from it. He said
his health isn't the greatest.
but it's a fucking great fucking series. Frasier is like one of the best spinoffs of all time.
Yeah. I think so too. I think Frasier's fantastic.
I love Kelsey Grammer, man.
Yeah. But what's it on though?
It's on Paramount Plus.
It's on Paramount Plus.
It's really good.
That's another show I need to watch. Is the original Frasier.
It's good, dude.
You gotta watch that. It's
great. You know, Kelsey Grammer sings the theme song on a new one. He's the one singing. Yeah, he's I don't know what to do with those tossed salads and scram. Now they're in Boston. They're back to Boston. So he doesn't have the thing. But they had an episode where he went back to his old radio station and it's just dilapidated. And you know the guy, the sports guy, he's gay.
Yeah.
He's gay. And he said, I came out. I'm gay.
Because he's gay in real life.
Gay. Oh, don't spoil that for me now.
Bulldog was gay in real life.
Bulldog is gay.
Yeah.
And remember the guy who
did guy named Bulldog.
The English guy who thought he was gay, he has a wife. It's fucking really cool. And the station is just dilapidated and he goes, "What happened here, Roz?" And he goes, and it's like, "What happened to the station?" It's really cool. I love the new Frasier.
I gotta go back and start to watch that.
It's so good. It's so fucking good.
Awesome.
I love it.
Jerry, what's your number 7, man?
My number 7, believe it or not, this show is a spinoff. It's a spinoff from the Tracy Ullman show back in the 80s.
Asshole.
The Simpsons. Come on, man. The Simpsons, man. You know, it's still relevant. It's like South Park in a way because they both stay relevant. It's amazing the topics.
I've just started watching the new season where they did Conan O'Brien acting like it was a series finale, and they put it in AI to make a whole show. And then, wait, this isn't a season finale; it's a season opener. The series finale is fucking pretty damn good. I was laughing my ass off.
Yeah, I mean, and a great cast of vocal actors too on in that show. So
they became icons.
I mean, what don't we know about the Simpsons? I mean, come on. So that's good.
And then Kelsey Grammer plays Sideshow Bob.
Oh, he's in that. He's in there still. He was in the new season. He's playing Sideshow Bob, and they got Sideshow Mel with him, and they're like talking. We should have dinner with Krusty. It's like fuck.
Remember that episode when Krusty's, I guess his brother came out. It was Niles who was doing the voice.
Yeah.
Heidi Ho,
Cecil
the clown, I think it was.
What's that guy's name from Jackie Mason? He was the Jewish rabbi.
That's Father. That's the. I can't pronounce the name.
Yeah, he did. He did ruin Caddyshack too, though. But,
it was amazing though how Bart started out being like the main character, but Homer kind of took over being the main funny for that show.
And I know a lot of people kind of crap on season 1 because they were still finding their footing. I think it was a very heartwarming season, the first season.
Yeah,
they would get better later on, but I think the first season has some really good episodes. And more on that later. I got
the only bad seasons of The Simpsons is when all the writers went to make the movie.
I stopped after season.
You all knew that was a spinoff. A lot of people didn't realize that was.
Tracy Ullman. It got her show canceled, and she was pissed off.
Tracy Ullman was awesome, actually. That show was awesome.
But she was pissed off because they took The Simpsons. Like kind of Vinnie Vincent, Slaughter took over Vinnie Vincent's record company. The Simpsons took her slot on Fox.
Yep.
I like her because I like variety shows and stuff like that. So
variety shows are dead. Remember the 70s? There was like 12 variety shows.
Yeah, there was
Carol Burnett. You had Glenn Campbell. You had Sonny and Cher.
Donnie and Marie.
Johnny Cash. Yeah, all these people doing
the Brady Bunch.
The Brady Bunch. Yeah,
that was awful.
That was awful.
Yeah, that was so bad.
Yeah,
so bad.
All right,
but they almost gave everybody one. Don and Orlando.
Orlando, Don. I like
Sonny and Cher.
Sonny and Cher were good.
All right. Travis, what is your number 7?
All right, I'm stretching it a little bit because it was a spinoff of one episode from the Danny Thomas show. I'm going with the Andy Griffin Show.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, I love it's a wholesome show. It's an all-time classic. What else needs to be said? It's a fantastic show. I love watching it to this day. It's just a great show to watch. Like when I'm stressed out, I need a good stress reliever.
Nick
I
at Night.
put on the Andy Griffin show, and I'm all good.
Gomer Pyle. Yep.
And
I love Don Knotts. I love Don.
Ron Howard, man, that's where you got to start.
Remember
Yes,
Don
did.
Knotts? And Don Knotts
And-
had one bullet and he kept it in his pocket.
little Ron Howard, he was in the Twilight Zone episode Walking Distance.
Yeah.
Where he played one of the little boys.
And MASH. He was in MASH as well.
There was a Saturday Night Live episode where Ron Howard, I can't find a clip. I was trying to find it for you, Travis, where Eddie Murphy is going, "Hey, you're fucking Opie Cunningham." He goes, "No, I'm Ron Howard." "No, you're Opie Cunningham." "No, I'm Ron Howard."
the name
Calling him
Ron?
Opie Cunningham.
Opie Cunningham.
Opie Cunningham. You're Opie Cunningham.
I love Ron Howard in American Graffiti.
I don't like that movie.
Yeah. I love that movie.
I don't like it.
So good. It was so good in that. My number 7 or 6?
7.
6, 7.
7.
Number 7, I'm going with I just had it right here. My number 7, Gomer Pyle. I mean, it's already been talked a lot about, and so go ahead. Number 6.
I'm glad I'm beating Jerry to this. Star Trek Enterprise. Joking. Star Trek The Next Generation. Even though I love Enterprise. I could have came up with a lot of Star Trek. Fucking Voyager, Enterprise, fucking Discovery. Fucking so many great fucking spin-offs. Deep Space Nine. But I'm going with the first spin-off with Captain Picard, number 1. Troy. Jerry loves the Doctor in that show. Data. Geordi
hot,
LaForge. Like in Star Trek The Next Generation, the first episode, what, at Farpoint? Like an it just you do
Encounter
that
at Farpoint.
Encounter at
The
Farpoint.
first season actually sucked ass, I think.
I don't think it did. That Encounter at Farpoint.
The last
it
few
just-
episodes were good, but yeah, actually when What's Her Face died, the show got better.
Yar.
Yeah.
Yar, I hated Lieutenant Yar, but she did fuck Data. Pretty cool. You know,
I like Denise Crosby, man. She
actually
has a fucking body on her, dude.
her
She
hair
really
was
does.
horrible though.
Yeah.
I
She was
liked
in
her.
48 hours. She was in 48 hours. Remember, she was one of
She
those
was one of
girls
the
that
tramps.
they broke into their house. Yeah.
Yeah. One of the
Wesley,
trappers.
the Wesley Crushers.
Yeah.
The Wesley
I like
Crushers,
Wesley
the
Crusher.
bowling team.
He gets a lot of shit.
He was actually really cool.
He
was cool in Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
He was
Will Wheaton
cool.
he was cool in Big Bang Theory.
They had a lot of Next Generation in Big Bang Theory. They had Geordi, they had everybody in there.
My favorite one was I like Star Wars too. Fucking James Earl Jones.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
I like it when they go to Stan Lee's house.
There
we
we
are
go,
talking about
Big
Big
Bang,
Bang
Theory again. I'm gonna say, hey, our top 11 plus Big Bang Theory.
Right.
All
right,
that's
guys.
my number 6.
All right. I'm number 6, Jerry.
Number 6. What do I have? I was a huge Jackass fan. I love that show.
Yeah.
And you take the two funniest guys and the two most disgusting guys, Chris Pontius and Steve-O, give them their own show, call it the Wild Boys, man. Fucking love that show. It's funny as fuck, dude. Those guys do some of the nastiest shit, man, ever.
Dude, Steve-O would do the craziest shit, dude.
Yeah, because he's all sober now. He looks back on that. He like watches. He's like, "How the fuck did I do that, or why?"
he got fucking.
He got his ass cheeks pierced.
His balls nailed. That's stupid shit, dude.
Yeah, he got his fucking the episode where he's driving in the bumpy terrain trying to get a tattoo with Henry Rollins. I think was driving it. Actually, come to think about it, but yeah, those two were funny, man. And I hear they're doing another one. Another Jackass. What are they like 60?
I don't
That should
like
be
those
interesting.
Jackass. I don't like them at all.
Oh, I did.
no, dude, I loved them.
They're funny.
They're so awesome.
However,
I don't want to
the
see
last-
bloody balls. No.
The last Jackass, it was pretty much the new guys do most of the the dangerous stuff. But,
Yeah.
I thought this shit was funny as hell, dude. Sorry, I mean,
Oh,
I
dude,
really
it was
did.
crazy.
I like that. I like that Mad TV version where they had like a Kenny Rogers.
The Kenny Rogers. This is
Hey, Kenny
They're all
Rogers
beating him.
in this
They're all
Jackass.
beating him with the stick.
I wish I could find Mad TV somewhere.
Mad TV was
Dude.
awesome.
That show's considered like taboo nowadays because of the topics. Like they had the just watch. Remember, Nicole Sullivan was awesome in that show.
Living
She did
Color
this skit.
too, dude.
She did this show called this skit called Darlene McBride. She'd be like this racist country singer, and the title of her songs were just so blatantly fucking obviously racist.
I like
But it
when
was
they made
funny.
fun of Family Feud, the Migers.
Yeah, and then you got the girl, and she also played the Van Combe lady too, which was funny. Nicole Sullivan. What was her? What was trying to think of hers? Oh,
What?
oh, the little girl that played Miss Swan.
You know who
Oh,
I
yeah.
you know
He
who I
looking
could
like a
not-
man. He looked like a man.
Oh well, that's she plays Lois on a
Yeah,
Family Guy.
she's on a few different shows now. Yeah.
Yeah,
There's one guy on I think it's Comedy
Bornstein.
Central or Mad TV. I can't stand this character. He's like he has
Stewart?
blonde hair and he has like blush on his face.
Stewart,
Stewart.
I hate Stewart.
let me
I
do
hate
it.
that.
Let me do it.
I can't stand him, man.
Actually, Howard, the guy that played Howard was on that show. He started his career on that show. Actually,
Who did?
Howard, what's his name from Big Bang Theory?
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Big Bang Theory again.
Stewart pisses me off.
Oh, I love Stewart. I like him. I think that was Chris
No,
McDonald.
I like Stewart. I like
Yep.
Stewart from Big Bang
Right,
Theory,
Andy.
but not the annoying little brat with the blonde hair.
Yeah.
I loved it. All right,
My turn.
Travis, what's your number 6?
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
It's
All
Travis.
right. So the creator of the show is a piece of shit predator, but I do love Drake and Josh. Being a Nickelodeon kid when I was young, I think Drake Bell and Josh Peck are great comedic actors.
Yeah.
And it's a spinoff, of course, from the Amanda Bynes show that was airing at that time.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty funny. I know this is for the younger than my age demographic, but I love Drake and Josh, so that's my
All
number
right,
6.
I know what you're talking about. I'm very familiar with that show.
Yeah.
That was a good show. They really did build a little empire, not a little empire, a little empire. There was all that, with Keenan and Kel and the Amanda Bynes show, and you know,
Yes, sir. Yeah, Keenan Thompson got a start. Yep.
yeah, he did. All right, my number 6. I was at. Oh, I don't know if y'all gonna count this or not. It's a cartoon. It was a spinoff off of the Muppets, Muppet Babies.
Oh, I love Muppet Babies.
Absolutely, that's a spinoff.
Dude, I thought that was so genius the way that they mixed real life TV with cartoons and how they went on different adventures. I thought the Muppet Babies were absolutely amazing, and the mom or the caretaker, whatever, was voiced by Barbara Billingsley from Leave It to Beaver, which I thought was a really good touch.
You don't say.
Yeah. All right, number 5, Mark.
Number 5. The great show Buffy the Vampire Slayer came Angel.
I never saw
I
it.
love
Never
this
saw Buffy.
fucking show. I love Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I love Angel. The television series is much better than the movie. Much better because Josh Weldon.
Christy Swanson was fine in that movie.
But that movie was fucking. I
it was
know
pretty bad.
it had fucking Pee Wee in there. It's like, I'm dead. Whatever. But fucking Buffy the Vamp. This show got canceled on the 5th season. They were gonna fight. They went out fighting, and Josh had to finish it in comic book form. It was such a great show. Fuck EWB for fucking not giving this show the finish that they deserved. I love this show. I like he went on to Bones. I love this actor. I don't like Navy SEALs as much. I love the actor. He's a really good actor.
Oh wow!
And if you ever watch Married with Children, Al Bundy kicks his ass in the movie theater because he.
I love that part.
He stood up, fucking Kelly. Dad, that's the guy who stood.
Yeah.
He beats
Beat him
Dad.
up, Dad. Okay.
Beat him up, Dad.
That's one of my favorite parts of Married with Children.
All right, so Angel, man, one of the best spinoffs of all time. The vampire with a soul. Fucking love it.
Nice.
All right, Jerry, what's your number 5, man?
Nano Nano, motherfuckers. Mork and Mindy, dude.
Fuck, me and
One of the
Jerry
best
going
shows ever. The
hard
start
on
of
this shit.
Robin Williams. Again, what a great career. What a great actor. He was as funny as fuck in that show, dude.
Yeah.
It kind of got a little stale at the end.
With Jonathan Winters.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
the marriage and all that shit. But
Yeah. It
I mean,
always
it was
ruins.
yeah, some of the scenes in there were just so classic. I mean, it was Robin Williams at his rawest on TV. I mean, his
Yeah.
funniest. I compare that a stage like Jim Carrey's era on In Living Color. It was just like you knew there was going to be a huge career there. You just knew it.
Oh man. And the
And
biggest
the biggest surprise about Robin Williams, along with Tom Hanks, was the fact of what great serious actors they become too.
yeah.
Towards the, I mean, look at movies like Awakenings and stuff like that, or 24 Hour Photo. How Robin Williams was a fucking
Good Morning
know.
Vietnam.
Yeah, good
well,
morning.
you're
Vietnam.
still that was
1
kind
hour.
of
You mean 1 hour photo?
1 hour photo. Excuse me. I mean,
Oh, the
Yeah,
world
Good
according to
Morning
Garp.
that movie was not.
At that
That's probably
time.
his only. That's probably one of his only. Well, no, Popeye was pretty bad.
No, but
I
what
like
about World According to Garp? I think it was his first
I didn't
dramatic
like that
role.
movie. I think it was. Yeah,
Well,
John
He was
Lithgow
still-
was
he
in there
played-
as a trance. That was
he was
fucking
still
cool.
kind of funny in that movie.
I like
No,
how
he
1 hour
wasn't.
photo.
Fucking dude, he got his dick bit off.
I like
Moscow-
how 1 hour
Moscow
photo
the
he
Hudson
played.
was a really good movie too.
Oh.
Moscow and the Hudson too. Survivors.
I like
Fisher
1 hour
King,
photo.
Awakenings.
Yeah.
He played actually speaking of SVU, he played a fucking creepy ass character on that show one time, dude. So incredible talent. And he just never thought of like Tom Hanks from Bosom Buddies, Robin Williams from Mork and Mindy,
Yeah.
of how great serious actors they were.
I miss
this
Tom
was-
Hanks doing comedy though.
Yeah.
And to think that they were going to go on to conquer Hollywood.
Yeah.
Those two
And
guys.
you think about Tom Hanks, all his interviews and stuff, he's still that comedy guy. He
Yeah.
just doesn't do comedy movies anymore.
Yeah.
I love the Burbs, Turner and Hooch,
A
the
Bachelor
Money
Party.
Pit, Bachelor Party.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like in Splash.
What about Big? Do you think that was still comedy or
Yeah,
all right.
it was
Yeah.
a totally
Yeah.
comedy. It was a totally comedy.
I adore Big.
I love Big too.
Yeah.
But I think one of my favorite movies by him is still The Burbs. I love the dark comedy that he did there. That showed what he was going to do later, right there.
Now, also that other one that's very, very underrated. The Man with the One Red Shoe.
Oh,
That
that
was-
was a good one.
You see, I watch a lot of movies from the 80s and 90s. Today's TV or today's movies, I just can't get into. I just can't.
Well,
I mean,
I like
even his real
It-
cheesy movies were good, like Joe versus the Volcano. That was funny.
Oh, Volunteers with
Did
John
Tom
Candy.
Hanks-
Pretty good.
That's where he
Didn't
met his
Tom-
wife. Volunteers, yeah.
Sorry, Travis. Go ahead, man.
Didn't Tom Hanks play a drunk in one episode of like a sitcom? I forgot what it was.
Yeah,
Wasn't
Family
that-
Ties.
Family
Oh,
Guy.
Family Ties. Yeah.
Bosom
Yeah,
Buddy. He was the uncle.
He was
Yeah.
the uncle.
He
Yeah.
was the uncle.
It was
Was,
so weird seeing him play a drunk.
He was Elaine's
Brother.
Elaine's brother.
But Mork and Mindy was mine. So
Yeah.
we'll go to the next.
Really good show. Mark and Mindy was so good, but just like you said, it started to wane there
Yeah.
towards the end.
Yeah,
So
when they
really-
brought in Jonathan Winters as comic hero just to bring him in the show,
Yeah.
it kind of got really stupid.
And Pam Dolber, she was a cutie pie.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, she
He's
sure
married to
was.
Mark Harmon still.
Yep.
Are they still married?
Yeah,
Really?
they're still married, yeah.
Oh wow, dude, that's a long ass
That's
time.
him and Tom Hanks and his wife are still married when they
Yeah.
met in Volunteers, you know.
Yeah, because I think he was married to Pam Dauber even when he was doing summer school,
Yeah.
right?
Yep. Oh,
That
I
was a
love
great-
Summer School. Great movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's one of my favorites. All right.
The Presidio is good too. With
Huh?
The Presidio is good with him too.
Oh, I
That's
never
with
saw
him and
it.
him and
is
Sean
Diego
Connery.
in the lead right now?
San
San
Diego's
Diego winning?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
29.
Speaking
I
of,
love go Harbaugh.
I got
Oh,
a
who's next?
I got another cartoon on the list. Spin-off from Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? I'm going with the new Scooby-Doo movies from the early 70s where they had the guest stars.
Good
So
one.
Yeah.
they had Jonathan Winters, they had
Batman and Robin.
Stooges, even though all of them were dead at that time. They had Batman and Robin and Dick Van Dyke, and I thought
As long as he didn't pick the Kiss one.
They had
No.
Laurel and Hardy too.
I think that's my favorite one. But that
Yeah.
was a great continuation of Scooby Doo. Where Are You?
That was good. It was Scrappy Doo, wasn't?
Scrappy sucked. I hated
I'll always defend.
They
Scrappy.
took away Fred. They took away the mystery. They took away
And-
the whole gang, man.
Yeah, it was
Did
just
you know
It was horrible.
Did you know that Tim Curry was supposed to play the villain in the Scooby Doo live action movie, and the only reason he refused to be a part of it was because Scrappy was going to be in it, and he says, "I hate Scrappy."
Yeah, he wasn't
love Tim
annoying.
Curry.
He's like an
I
Urkel
love
to me.
Scrappy
Yeah, I
though.
agree.
I can't help it. I love Scrappy.
Puppy power. Fuck your puppy power. Bring back fucking
It's
Fred
like
and Wilma.
it's like the Wonder Twins, you know, just fucking
I
annoying as
I
hell,
love
dude.
Scrappy, dude. You
The
can't.
Wonder Twins are okay. They didn't kill the show.
Have they ever
fucking
did a
Scrappy
Wonder
did.
Twins movie? Come
No,
on.
they never should. But no, but they did bring the Wonder Twins. I think in Smallville.
Oh,
Did
really?
they really? I watched Smallville. I don't
In one of
remember
those
that.
shows, Flash or Smallville, they were in there.
I don't think it was
Yeah,
Smallville. I know
Wonder-
They had
Smallville
Zan.
pretty
They
well.
had Zan and Jaina in a live action show.
A Wonder Twins these nuts.
They didn't have
Exactly, yeah.
They didn't have the monkey though. They had
Shape
those-
as a bucket of water. You see the eyeballs in the bucket of water.
Monkey
It's
nut.
just stupid. Just dumb. All right. What we got?
Yeah, it's me now. I'm at number 5. And I'm gonna go, and I wish I had this higher. I really do wish I had this higher. And I was wanting to move it, and I kept that number 5, but it was a spinoff of the Mary Tyler Moore Show. And no, not Phyllis or that other chick. I'm talking about Lou Grant.
Lou Grant. Yeah.
Lou Grant was great.
That was such a good show. It was the way reporting was back then, and they would tackle the real issues out on the street of LA. I absolutely loved it. So Lou Grant. I've always liked Ed Asner.
Up. I
I love that Asner.
And he's the only actor who won an Emmy for best comedic role and best drama role for the same character.
Yeah.
Did you ever see him in Community? He played like a community student with Joe McHale.
Lou Grant. I mean Ed Asner.
Ed Asner was in Community. He was like an old student, and they always told him to shut up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
a Community. Watch
Oh, wow, I
Community.
didn't know that.
It's on Peacock. Really good.
His last role was the Cobra Kai. He was in Cobra Kai the first season. That was his last.
Yeah,
role.
he was in Community a lot.
Oh, wow.
He was Johnny Lawrence's father. Actually, come think about
Yeah,
it, or stepfather.
he was. Yeah,
And he's the Santa, right?
yeah.
And Elf.
Elf. Yeah.
Yeah, he's the Santa on Elf.
Hey,
Yeah,
Bushy don't like that movie either. Fuck you,
I know.
Bushy.
We lost him a few years ago. Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, I agree with Bushy. I fucking can't stand that movie.
You
too.
know,
That
you
was
and your sister
awful.
could both fuck off on that.
Elf, I don't like Elf either.
I love
you
Elf.
could fuck off too.
Elf
Yeah.
rules.
Will
Hey,
Ferrell's
I-
hit and miss with me. I
How
can't-
about unfuck me, because I think Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Thank you.
The
Oh,
best Will Ferrell movie is The Other Guys, dude.
Yeah, that's great.
That's his best movie.
I
But
love
Die Hard
Anchorman.
is not a Christmas movie.
Anchorman. It's a Hallmark Christmas movie.
I love Anchorman. There's a party in
Yeah,
Penzance and you're invited.
But I am so sick and tired of hearing Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Well, every year,
Most
you're gonna hear me,
annoying thing
every
ever.
year you're going to hear me say it, Andy. So get over it. So
Every
Well,
year,
I'm gonna say
I already
I'm gonna
watched
say
it.
Terrifier 3 is a Christmas movie now.
I already watched it. Christmas. I already saw Hans Gruber fall off the tower. So I'm good.
I like that picture of the Beatles looking over the balcony and then
Yeah, I put that up before Ralph, by the way.
I mean, I absolutely love that movie. I love Die Hard, but it's just not a Christmas movie.
Die Hard 2 is a Christmas
Even
movie.
Bruce Willis said it. He said it's not
Bruce
a Christmas
Willis is
movie.
just saying that to be an asshole. Dude, he's coming home to visit his family at Christmas. He has a big Christmas toy for his daughter, and there's Christmas music. There's Run DMC and there's Let It Snow at the end while they're driving away in the fucking thing.
I'm just having fun.
Absolutely not.
So Art the Clown in the Santa Claus outfit during Terrifier 3 is a Christmas movie. Then.
All
Yes,
right.
sir. All
I
right,
haven't seen it yet.
number 4, everybody.
Number 4,
Oh,
Mark.
Well, Jerry already beat me to it. The Simpsons. I love the fucking Simpsons. I've been watching the newer this last season. They've got ever since after the movie when the main writers came back to the Simpsons, it's been back on track. there was a couple seasons where they were doing the Simpsons movie where all the good writers went to the movie, and it was just fucking horrible. But they've been good the last 6 years. I love it. So the Simpsons.
I haven't seen The Simpsons in 25 years.
Oh, I watch that, American Dad, and Family Guy.
Oh
Love
yeah.
them all.
Well, I think American Dad and Family Guy and King of the Hill are better.
Yeah, I'm waiting. Where's the new King of the Hill supposed to come
I
out?
don't know. They've been talking about that like for 4 years
It's coming
already.
on Hulu.
Well, yeah, because I think Mike Judge is concentrating on Beavis and Butthead still, but I think he is going to work.
Well,
on
Mike
it
Judge
eventually.
is also yeah, he's doing Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah. But I would rather have seen King of the Hill than a Beavis and Butthead.
Oh, I like the
not
new
me.
Beavis and Butthead.
That is awesome, dude.
Oh no! Don't get me wrong. I like Beavis and Butthead, but the King of the Hill is one of my favorite cartoons of all time.
Yeah.
Me too. I love King of the Hill.
Shut up, Bobby.
Shut up, Dale.
Boy's not quite right
Hey.
in the head.
You want to hear my Joseph Dobb impersonation?
No.
Yeah.
Who's?
Don't make fun of Joseph.
No. He's my buddy. Bark. That band sucks.
Okay. Hey, Joseph, I told him not to if you're watching.
That was
Get a kick out of it.
that was terrible.
That was terrible. That was terrible.
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 I
I,
love
pretty,
you,
I
Joseph.
thought it was pretty good, actually.
I love you, Joseph. I love you with all my heart, brother.
All right, number 4 or 3. Where are we?
3.
Number four.
Oh, 4. You're 4. Yeah, I just did my 4.
Okay, all right.
Jerry?
Jerry, what is your number 4?
We're gonna do it. Give us any chance, we'll take it. Give us any rule, break it.
Fucking Jerry. Me and
Make
Jerry are
our
like
dreams
fucking
come
beating each other to
true.
shit.
Doing it our way. I love Laverne and Shirley, dude. I think it's one of the best shows ever. Scott, I watch repeats all the time.
Except
I
when
love
they went
Lenny.
to
I love
Hollywood.
Lenny. I love Lenny and Squeaky, man. Those dudes are fucking great
Hello,
additions
girls.
to the show. Carmine, just a great
big
supporting
ragu.
cast around him. A big ragu, yep. Just a fucking funny show. There you go.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's another show I need to watch.
Michael McKean, man, it's fucking awesome. Anything he does.
It's a hilarious show.
I like
Michael McKean might be on my list twice.
Huh.
But yeah, I mean, Penny Marshall, I mean, was awesome. Always had the L on her shirts, everything she wore. And Cindy Williams.
Cindy Williams.
Shirley.
Did you ever try milk and Pepsi?
No.
Horrible.
You try.
Well, come on. She was drinking it. I was a kid. My
Yeah.
mom had Pepsi because she hated Coke at that time. So
Yeah.
I tried milk and Pepsi.
That sounds gross.
It was gross.
But yeah, Laverne and Shirley was one of the favorites.
Yeah.
That was my number.
Me and Jerry
3?
are like
That
killing
3 or
each
4?
other.
4.
4.
4, okay. 4, yeah.
All right, Travis, what is your number 4, man?
Oh, this one's already been mentioned. Spin-off from a character from Perfect Strangers, Harriet. She becomes Carl Winslow's wife. Family Matters. I love Family Matters. One of my favorite TGIF sitcoms. Only bested, in my opinion, by Step by Step, but I love Family Matters.
It was Step by Step.
Step by Step isn't a spin-off, but Family Matters is, and Family Matters is a great show. I think as it's just a fantastic show. It's part of my childhood. I love it to death. And I think it had a really funny season finale where Urkel went up to went to space.
Yeah.
But I do think they should have had an episode where they showed the wedding between Steve Urkel and Laura. That would have been a nice series finale.
Laura.
I checked out before that. I checked out way before that. Yeah.
It was a good show. I love it.
Yeah, it is a good show. You're right. All right, my number 4. This is a spinoff of an older show. Spinoff off of Dragnet, Adam 12.
Oh, I love Adam 12.
Yeah,
I
good show.
love Adam 12 because I like all the scenes that show old time LA in the 70s and late 60s. I like to see all the cars in the different locations because it was shot on location through the streets of LA, and I thought it was so cool. So that's my number 4 is Adam 12.
When you say Dragnet, I just remember the Virgin Connie Swale from the movie with Dan Aykroyd and Tom Hanks.
Yeah, that was a really good.
There you go.
movie.
Hey, you didn't say the Virgin Connie Swale, and Dan Aykroyd gives him a look. Because he de-virginized her. I love that movie.
And Dabney Coleman being the porn
Oh my
producer.
God.
of all people.
Dragnet, man. I need to get that on Blu-ray. I love that fucking movie.
Yeah. Another Tom
Tom
Hanks
Hanks comedy. Yeah.
comedy.
He
with
was like,
Dan Aykroyd.
"Rrr." I love that fucking movie.
All right, Jerry. Oh no, Mark. What's your number 3, Mark?
Well, me and Jerry are like stealing from each other on this shit. I know his number one, he's going to steal from me earlier. But Mork and Mindy, man. Robin Williams. It was good up until the last season, until they brought in Jonathan Winters, and it just went to shit. It's like I loved him talking to Orson. Like he'd sit there talking to Orson at the end of the
Yeah.
show. That's fucking cool. He's talking about Earthlings and humanity and stuff. I thought it was it had a lot of drama in there compared to it had a lot of humor, but it had a lot of humanity in there. An alien and Mork and Mindy came from Happy Days. If you got Jerry didn't say this, he came in with the Fonz and stuff and was in Happy Days. And that's where Mork and Mindy spun off from Happy Days. We got a lot of Happy Days spin-offs in this fucking episode.
Happy Days itself is a spinoff.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Happy Days is a spinoff
From what?
from American Family or something like that.
American Family and Happy Days, I think it was called something like
Hey,
that.
remember Chuck? He was one of the guys who went upstairs and never came back down.
Yeah, he is. He was the older brother.
One of these shows, these people go upstairs and they never come back down. You got Family Matters, you got Married with Children, you got Happy Days. They just disappear. They never talk about Chuck anymore. He's just gone.
They like start off and they say, you know what? We don't need you.
Well, because Fonzie came in and they said, we want to focus more on Fonzie than this guy.
Oh, well, again, Fonzie was
A side character.
He was a side character that became.
Yeah, I think he was only supposed to be on like a show.
Yeah, he was only supposed to be on there a few, like Urkel.
And he actually wanted to fight Richie, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And then he started respecting Richie because Richie stood up to him.
Yeah.
It was like, and then he went into the room above, and him and Mrs. Cunningham got along, and you saw the softer side of Fonzie because Mrs. C brought that out of him, you know.
I like how they were making out on set. Mrs. Cunningham and Arthur Fonzie.
The saddest episode of Happy Days is when they took fucking Fonzie's bike apart when he was blind.
Yeah.
That was one of the saddest.
And then he put it back together, though. Remember?
He did, yeah.
Put it back together. Mrs. C brought it up, right? Who was brought his bike up there?
No, they brought it up and took it apart.
No, but who brought it up?
Ralph, and Richie did.
Yeah, they said you put it back together.
But
And
then
the
Like, I hate you, Cunningham. It was sad.
And then it jumped the shark.
Yeah, pretty much, literally.
Yeah, but thing is, it started to be too much about the Fonz.
It became about because Ron Howard left and they talked about him. He went to the army or something. He went into Vietnam or something.
I thought that he went to college. I don't think he
went.
I thought it was the army. Yeah.
He went to the army.
Actually, because originally he had a brother and he went to the army. That's how they wrote him off.
Ron went to the army too. It was Korea for his brother, right?
I can't remember. You might be right.
Chuck went somewhere. Yeah. And then they got a call that he died. Remember, and they were crying on the phone that Richie died. You know, and he had his girlfriend there with him. I forgot his girlfriend.
Lorraine.
I like to think of it that he
Lorraine?
came back and he became Red.
Lorraine.
Yeah,
That was her
Lorraine.
name.
Yeah, she was crying too. You know, but they always say that when the dude who played Jefferson came into shows and fucked them up. No, Married with Children. Married with Children went on longer with him than Steve. Don't
I liked him better than Steve.
I liked him way better than Steve because he was so mysterious, dude. He was so mysterious in there.
And
all right, so
he was using what's her name? I loved it.
Marcy.
Marcy. Marcy was the one fucking with Steve, but he was the one fucking with Marcy. It turned it around. It was like,
yeah.
I like how he laughed behind her back when Al makes fun of her.
Yeah.
No, how about no, ma'am?
Yeah,
that's when it kind of got a little. That kind of got a little bothersome at times. The no ma'am thing.
Oh, I love that no ma'am.
Oh, I liked it.
I want the shirt. Damn it!
I like the episode when the gay guy comes to his house. Your wife's been seeing my husband. He's like, let me guess. I was like, you cook, you like sports, and you work.
I love
I
you.
love you. Classic.
And fucking
Classic.
Al trying to take a vacation and watching Hondo.
Hondo pig, Hondo.
And then they would just root. He would say, "I'm not here. Get out of my." I'm on vacation.
They're supposed to do an animated version.
They
of that
are.
show.
Yeah,
I
that's
hope
what
they do. I hope they do. I'd watch
It was
it.
all the original voices, but I
Yeah.
don't know when.
All right,
where
so
we at? Where we
that's
at?
my number 3. More
Number
commending.
3. Number 3, Jerry.
My number 3 is Frasier. Absolutely fucking love that show. I mean, Mark talked about it earlier. Great. Kelsey Grammer's fucking awesome. He was actually in Star Trek too, actually, come to think about it.
He was a captain in one of the movies.
He was stuck in a time loop or something like that.
Yeah.
Fuck, what was I gonna say?
About
I'm
Frasier.
trying to think. I was gonna say was Frasier? I can't think right now. The only spinoff of Cheers.
Yes.
No,
They tried to do one with Diane. It didn't work, right?
no, they tried one with Carla.
Oh, Carla, that was horrible.
Yeah.
I remember that.
That was so bad.
Oh,
I
her
kind of
husband
thought there was
horrible, man.
something, but
I think it was
Yeah,
called
that
the
is-
Heelys or something like
Yeah,
that.
it was
Okay.
bad. And then she came back to Cheers. Yeah,
Oh, it was horrible. Oh
Horrible.
my god, it was so bad.
it was bad.
It was like there was
Coach died on the show, right? In real life. That's why
Yeah,
they brought
Coach
Woody
died
Harrelson.
and Woody took over. Yeah.
yeah.
But
and,
no, I mean, getting back to the topic at point. Yeah, Frasier was an amazing.
And they
show.
had
I haven't watched.
they had a picture of Coach during the whole series.
Yeah.
You know.
I haven't. I was actually a fucking great finale as well.
Yeah.
I haven't watched the new Frasier yet, so I don't know.
I like
good it is,
Kirstie
but-
Alley. I like Kirstie Alley better than Diane.
oh, me
They were
too.
both good. I thought they were both good in that. But anyway,
Diane was
Frasier.
too pompous for me. We already had Frasier was pompous. We didn't need.
Well, what I like when you replace a character, you don't replace it with the same person. I like that.
You know what's cool when Frasier and Diane broke up? He would just make fun of her all the time. And then Lilith came in. Oh my god, it was so cool.
It was weird though. Did you ever notice that in Cheers, Frasier was this beer guzzling guy, and
Yeah.
then he moved to Seattle and became a wine snob?
Well, he wasn't drinking beer, and he was drinking wine. He was
always
getting wine.
drinking spirits.
He was drinking spirits. He was drinking
I always
whiskey.
thought that he was drinking beer.
No, he was drinking whiskey. He would always ask for the
That's
good
Cliff and
whiskey.
Norm. Cliff and Norm.
That was
were the
Cliff
beer
and Norm.
drinkers.
He would always get he would always get the whiskey. He still drinks whiskey in Frasier. So
Okay, because I always thought that he drank a lot of beer on Cheers.
he didn't drink beer.
He may have had one or two.
He had a lot
maybe,
of
if I
wine,
remember,
and then
but yeah.
Sam would give him the cheap shit.
Yeah,
and
he was always kind of uppity on the show.
he was uppity on the wine and stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
All right.
that's my pick. It's Travis's turn. I
Number
believe.
3. Travis, what?
Number 3. I'm going with Simpsons.
Dun 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 dun.
Yep.
Dun, dun, dun.
Nothing
Guess
else
who
needs
wrote
to
the
be
theme?
said.
Danny
Yeah.
Elfman.
God, I knew
Yes, he
it.
did. All right, that's my number 3.
Danny Elfman, man. Oingo
Yeah,
boingo.
good,
There
good
you
for you. Go have a little jerk off.
My
Go
number,
get some of that P Diddy lube, man, and have that.
Hey, you know what? This is my private life. Like Danny Elfman says in Oingo Boingo, this is my private life. All right, go ahead.
Oh,
Nobody
Travis,
knows
damn it, you did it.
goes
You opened
on.
the fucking can of worms, man.
my number 3 is going to be, it's already been mentioned, Laverne and Shirley. I liked Laverne and Shirley better than Mork and Mindy. I think the 2 girls and the 2 guys were just absolute fire in every episode. I even like the ones when they moved to LA. I like those too.
Until Shirley left.
Yeah. Oh
When
yeah. When
Shirley left, it wasn't the same.
No, it's not the same because then they had
No.
that neighbor come in all the time, that tall blonde chick.
She was hot though.
She wasn't hot. She was dorky. She wasn't hot. They tried to make her look hot, but it wasn't my type. But Laverne and Shirley was just fantastic.
Yeah, Laverne couldn't carry the show without Cindy Williams, man.
Oh, no way.
She
No way.
couldn't carry it all. No.
That was a really good team.
Yeah.
But then I don't think that Shirley can do it without Laverne. I mean,
No.
they had to be together.
It's like Happy Days without Richie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
You
tried
got
to.
Potsy though. You got Potsy.
It
Come on,
wasn't
man.
the
Potsy
same.
could
It wasn't the same, dude. With no Richie, the show lost its
Potsy.
character.
The fuck
Lots
name
of
somebody
characters.
Potsy.
Fonzie couldn't carry that by himself.
Sit on it, Potsy. Yeah.
Fonzie couldn't carry it by himself, man.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, the Chargers are running up the score now,
Nice.
but they're a game behind Denver, so they have to win this. This was do or die. So now they're tied because Denver was one game ahead of them.
Yeah.
Travis is going sports. Fuck it.
It's all good. Go
Three,
ahead.
He's doing the same thing when we were talking about old shows too.
My
He's like
number
just
one is gonna be
I'm on number 2.
my
Yeah.
number one's gonna be a very nerdy choice for me. So
Okay.
All right,
We're on
number 2. We're at
two,
number
yeah.
2, guys. Mark, what is your number 2?
You guys have already talked about it. Laverne and Shirley.
Hmm.
What else can I say about that show? Michael McKean and fucking who's the guy who played fucking Squiggy?
Andrew.
Yeah.
I forgot his last name, but Penny Marshall also used him on
League of Their Own.
League of Their Own as a baseball announcer.
That's right. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah,
Let's see. I gotta look at his name, man.
it's
Michael
Andrew-
McKean and David Lander.
David Lander.
David Lander. It wasn't Andrew. When you went Andrew, I go, that's not the name.
Andrew was his real name in the show.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
not Squiggy.
Yeah, David
Lander.
Lander was he died a few years ago.
Yeah, he did.
Great fucking comedic timing. Him and
Oh.
like, hello, girl. And they're biting
Yeah.
their fucking
By
face.
the
Yeah, it's like awesome. They just walk and go, hello, girls. I love Squiggy.
Hello. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just fucking
Very great.
amazing. David Lander, fucking amazing. Lenny and Squiggy should have had their own fucking spinoff. Just saying. But Laverne and Shirley was great. I love that show, man.
Yeah. I'm surprised that they didn't because they were so popular.
They were.
Yeah. they
Michael
were very-
McKean is a comic genius, man.
Yeah, he is. He's great. All right, Jerry, what is your number 2, man?
I'm a huge Walking Dead fan, man. I thought it was one of the best shows ever. So I'm gonna go with Fear the Walking Dead. Actually, I have a tie here between Fear the Walking Dead and Dead City, which are both spinoffs of The Walking Dead. I just thought it was a cool show. It added horror, suspense, drama, and actually kind of comedy in a way with some of the cheesy ass effects. I think
Right.
the show had it all. I thought the cast of Fear the Walking Dead was actually better than the original Walking Dead. They added a few Walking Dead characters to the Fear the Walking Dead cast, which made it really good. So it just ended a couple years ago. Dead City's actually coming out with a new one next year. Can't wait for that. Fucking Negan's awesome. Okay, what's his name?
Yeah, he's he's the Winchester's dad.
Oh fuck, what's his name? Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Yeah,
Yeah. And
awesome
he's,
fucking actor. Dude.
he's Sam and Dean's dad in Supernatural.
Cool dude, cool show. I've always liked the zombie shit, and the funny thing about that show is they never mention the word zombie in the whole fucking.
No.
They're always called walkers or roamers or biters, but they're never called zombies. It's kind of
Interesting.
interesting. All right, but that's my number 2.
No, all right, number 2, Travis.
I never thought I'd put this show ahead of The Simpsons, but man, watching this show, it's just one of the best spin-off shows I've ever seen in my life. One of the best sitcoms I've ever seen in my life. Young Sheldon. I think George Cooper is one of the best sitcom dads of all time.
He was in Big Bang Theory.
I know how Sheldon made him out to be a drunk in Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
But when you watch Young Sheldon, I think when Sheldon became a father, he understood how much sacrifices George Cooper made to support his family. And George Cooper is an example of a great TV father, the best modern TV father, in my opinion.
He's
Young
the average, or he was the average, ordinary dad. That's what I
Yeah.
liked about his.
He was just a
character.
great character, great actor. It's a fantastic show, and I love that one episode where Annie Potts' character, she owes gambling money to Ray Liotta. I love that episode. That's funny.
Annie Potts is still pretty cute.
Oh, she was amazing. I her.
Yeah. But you know what I'm gonna say? The guy who played Sheldon's dad and young Sheldon,
He was
Leonard's
Leonard's
bully.
Yeah, he played Leonard
Big
Bully.
Bang
That was
Theory,
great.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And,
really?
Poor Billy Sparks. I remember in the first episode, he chose the chicken right up to Sheldon's face and scared him.
Yeah. Sheldon
Uh,
hates chickens.
That's a great episode.
Birds. He
That's a
hates
great,
birds. Yeah.
fantastic.
Not
show.
anymore. He loves birds now.
Yeah.
Yeah, the little blue jay. But I love Young Sheldon. I think it's one of my favorite TV shows of all time. So that's
I have a
number
feeling we have a Big Bang Theory show coming up somewhere. I think we've all
I'd
talked about
love
the Big
to.
Bang Theory halfway through the show.
But how are we gonna
I
do
know
it?
this is like a
Yeah.
big bang. I'm gonna put this in the notes.
How are we
Yeah.
gonna do it though? That's
I don't know. Do
I
our
don't know.
favorite 11 Big Bang
Favorite
Theory
Big Bang
episodes?
moments? Favorite moments?
Or
maybe?
we do
We'll do that,
no,
yeah.
that'd be too much work. We gotta do episodes.
Or characters.
Characters.
I've watched that show all the time. I know parts. I mean, I know.
Dude,
I could
I'm on my
probably
I'm on
recite-
my seventh fucking rewatch right now. So
We're on more than that.
And the best thing about that show is you don't have to start from the beginning. You can just catch
oh
on.
yeah, you can just go in the middle, yeah.
Well, it's a show where you know what's coming and you still
Yeah.
laugh.
Yeah.
It's just great. Yeah.
I love
my-
it when he's in the library and he makes friends with that little girl and he doesn't
Yeah.
know that Sheldon's being a creep.
Yeah.
And then Leonard's like, "Don't look up at the ceiling. There's cameras." Oh my god!
My number 2 has already been mentioned. Frasier. We've already talked a lot about Frasier, but that's my number 2. I thought it was brilliant with him and the dad and the maid and all that. So it was a great show. I loved
It
it.
was.
I liked the interplay between Frasier and Niles. So that's my number 2. All right, guys. We're up to number 1. Our number 1 TV spinoff. Go, Mark.
All right. I've been talking about comedies, horror, sci-fi. I'm getting into one of the greatest dramas. Maybe even better than the original show. Like in the spin-off of Breaking Bad. Better Call Saul.
Great
I
show.
was wondering when
Fuck.
someone was going to mention
Oh,
that.
damn it, man. I forgot about that one.
Better
That's a great
Call
fuck-
Saul.
Archie.
I can't believe any of you motherfuckers haven't mentioned this show. This show, I got my ex-wife into this fucking show.
Yeah. Good
So
show.
I got her into Breaking Bad, and she loved this better than Breaking Bad. I love Breaking Bad, but Better Call Bob Odenkirk. I've always loved this guy since he did with David Cross when he did the fucking show on HBO, the comedy sketch show. Mr. Show.
Yeah,
the guy. The best comedians are the best dramatic actors.
yeah. People can.
Tom Hanks, Robin Williams, Bob Odenkirk. Because they comedy, Kate Doré, you should know this if she's watching, plays off every emotion, laughter, drama, everything you could do in comedy works well for drama. So if you notice, the best comedic actors are also the best dramatic actors. Better Call Saul had a fucking kick-ass cast, and it just fucking great. I love it. That's my number 1 spinoff of all time.
All right, Jerry. What is your number 1, man?
Oh, fucking, Mark knows what it is. I mean, if you
I
know
know.
me, I'm a sci-fi fan. So, yeah, Star Trek: The Next Generation is my favorite spinoff of
I
all
knew
time,
it.
man. There's not a day goes by where I don't watch an episode because Pluto has its own channel
Yeah.
of it, and if I'm sitting around doing nothing, I can't find anything on. I always put that channel on. I mean,
It's on Paramount Plus all the time. No
yeah,
commercials.
but it's easy to get on Pluto.
It's easy
for
to
some
get on
reason.
Paramount Plus.
Well, I have right when I put Pluto on, it's on either that or Hell's
okay.
Kitchen, one of those two.
But you got
But
commercials.
yeah, I mean, it's leaps and bounds better than the original.
No, I don't think so.
Actually, I watch the original sometimes, and I'm like, boy, man, this did not fucking age well at all, man.
I don't believe you.
Some of the weird shit in that fucking show was just bad. But there were some great episodes, don't get me wrong. But for the most part, yeah, Next Generation is far. Kirk was a dick.
Kirk
was an
was
asshole to his
awesome.
crew.
That
wasn't a request. That wasn't a request, gentlemen. I mean, just he was a dick the way he acted. But yeah, I mean, I love the Next Generation. I'm a sci-fi geek, so No surprise, really. I don't think so.
But
Well, I
Pluto
knew that
has,
was.
but Pluto has a bunch of different Star Trek channels, don't
Yeah,
they?
they got Voyager. They got Deep Space Nine as well. Yeah,
Yeah,
they got 3 or 4.
and they all have their own channels where that's all they show
Yep.
on that channel.
Yep.
All right.
All
That's my
right.
number one.
Well,
What is your number one, man?
well, this is the only time you're going to hear about Japanese anime on this channel. Based off of Dragon Ball Z. I grew up watching that show. I think it's the best action adapted into animation. And that's my number one, Dragon Ball Z. I know I'm a really big nerd for saying that, but
No, my daughter watched it. My daughter watched that all the time, dude. So I
I
get it.
love I love the manga.
Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon. She watched all that shit, man.
I watched it recently. It holds up just fine for me. Love it.
My number one show, my number one spinoff. I think it was mentioned by Mark. I don't think Jerry mentioned it, but I'm kind of surprised it wasn't higher. Mark, The Jeffersons is my number
No, I
one
didn't mention it.
Jefferson.
spinoff. I think
Well,
it's
any of these shows besides Young Sheldon could have been number one.
To be honest, I haven't watched it in so long. I know I liked it, but I couldn't really, quote anything from it. Except for the cast member, I think that. But I haven't
Because
watched
you're
it
a
in such a long
honky.
time.
You're a big honky. That's why.
No, well, they show it on Tubi and also on Pluto TV.
Oh, I have this. I have the season. I have the series on DVD.
Oh, for real? Oh, okay. Yeah,
which I think is hard to find nowadays. I think actually.
Yeah, I remember when they all came out on a DVD. So yeah, that's my number one, The Jeffersons. That is our wrap on TV spinoffs. Thank you so much, Mark and Jerry, for allowing me to do this because I really enjoyed it. It was a good time.
Hey man, it makes our job easier. So yeah, no problem, man. No problemo.
All right, like I said, next week there won't be BS sessions, but January 2nd we'll be coming back with our top 11 albums of 2024. So if anybody wants to be on there, let us know. Because we were going to be doing that. I already got most of them, and we did a half or earlier, I think, this year.
We did.
So if you want to be on there, Andy, if you're not busy.
Oh, Black Spinner Circle next week. And Christmas falls on a Wednesday, so we're going to do a show on Thursday, to the day after Christmas. That'll be on the 26th.
What are you doing?
I don't know yet. It's Al's idea, so
Okay.
it's Al's turn. So he'll send me the topic later on, and then he'll choose his guests.
We're not doing an episode next week, so it's all you guys.
Yeah,
So-
I'm sorry, Andy, that I'm not available on Wednesdays. Those are my work nights. But
Oh, okay.
I always tune in.
Oh, well, thank you. And then we're going to be doing our top 10 plus 5 honorable mentions of 2024 on the it's on the on December 20 on December 30th, which will be on a Monday. We're going to do our favorite albums of 2024. And then on to a whole new era. Well, not a whole new era, but a whole new year for Black Spinner Circle. We're very excited. Also, next week on Three Shots Down, we are going to be working on our new episode. Big Sexy over here picked it. We are going to be doing excuse me, I'm sorry. Jerry, what are we doing?
We are going to be doing the life, career, and unfortunate death of the amazing Cliff Burton. So
All right.
we'll be talking about him and what the influence he's had and still has on musicians nowadays. So looking forward to talking about that.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll be able to get that recorded next week. So I got a lot of things coming up towards the end of the year. So yeah, quite a bit.
Well, the next BS sessions is January 2nd, our top 11 of 2024. And also tomorrow on Freeform Rock Podcast, Travis is on that episode. It's LA Guns Cocked and Loaded.
Sweet.
So that'll be our episode
Was
tomorrow.
I stoned or drunk on that episode? I don't
You're probably both. I'm not stoned anymore. I have given up weed because weed wasn't helping me anymore with my knee pain. So I'm no use buying shit that ain't helping me. So
It's all good, man. I'll smoke for you.
hey Jerry, take us out, man.
Hey, man. Andy, Travis, thanks, guys, for being on. This is a fun topic.
Hey, thanks for having me on. I love
Um,
being with you guys.
I guess I won't see you guys. Have a great, well, maybe I'll see Andy on Monday, but if I don't, something happens. Y'all have a great Christmas, Happy New Year, all that happy horse shit. You know what I mean? Typical stuff. Merry Christmas, Kwanzaa, Happy Holidays, however you fucking want to talk about this. Have a good time, man. Then just forget how shitty the world is sometimes. Just enjoy your family, enjoy your friends, man.
Yeah.
What it's all about.
Merry Christmas,
Anyway,
guys.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
all right.
All
So
right,
everybody, go ahead, Mark. Take us out.
I was just gonna say, take it sleazy, not too easy. We're out. Later.
Later, guys.